What up? What up? What up? What's happening, people? How y'all doing today? Well, we just started. There's annoying nobody in here yet. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. We are live. Let me update this. Yes. Yes. Mm, 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 mm. I hope you guys are having an absolutely awesome day. Yes. What are we doing here? Hope you guys are having a great. Ooh, look at Ray that posted it. Yeah, man, this thing sounds so good. Loud. Sheesh. Man, what y'all up to today, man? Tell me what kind of day y'all having today. I had a crazy one, a busy one. Definitely does. Hectic day. Sheesh. Mm, 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 mm. We got. Going on, family? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? What up, Mr. Rodriguez? What's the word, bro? Um, honestly, not so much. Like, there's some things about the 300 would be cool to still have it and to hold on to it and do some more things with it. But because of the performance that I got when I jumped away from the 300, man, it's a whole nother ball game. And the 300 was fun. Don't get me wrong. 300 was hot, but man, it don't compete. What up, bro?
Can you
Welcome
hear me?
back. Thank you for bringing some of that warmer weather back from
Look, man, I was looking out for you.
look, let me be the first to say thank you.
You know I was looking out for you.
What's going on, man?
I can't call it.
What up, Cody?
Everything
Cody in
good
the
with you?
building. Like that video, Cody. Yeah, man. Like that video. Can't wait to see you pull off that camshaft and Uh, interested in seeing where the garage man cave lands once you pull it all together, boy. It's gonna be time to get another house. Gonna need some space. That little dude that took up some space. What you say, show?
I said, I don't know, man. There's
You
a
all
lot of
right
stuff
over
going
there?
on noisy.
You just went black for a minute. You all right?
Man, I don't know what's going on over there.
Oh, the water. Yeah, it's the San Pellegrino.
Y'all got them Alexas going on your side of the world.
The who?
Elections. You ain't in Dalton, are you?
No, I ain't in Dalton.
I know them cats. They got it going on. Um, man, not very much, honestly. There's stuff I need to do to Zeus. I haven't done anything. Zeus been sitting in his garage. I ain't even cover Zeus. I didn't take the wheels off Zeus. It's been busy.
You finally did a normal winter.
It don't
That's
feel normal, man. That don't feel
that's the
normal
most
at all.
extracurricular, unnecessary activities. So I'm taking wheels. You ain't
God,
driving it.
I want those flat spots, man, and I don't even have it. It's not on mats or anything. Yeah, I need to I definitely need to do something with the at a minimum getting these wheels taken care of. I got to take care of these wheels, bro.
You still couldn't get them out the garage.
Say that again.
You couldn't.
Talking about getting Zeus out. I can get him out now. He can get out now.
Okay.
That ice that melted, but the other side of it is now I gotta. Man, I just got to put it together, man. I've been so busy, bro. I just haven't had time. I haven't. I got content that I've documented that I need to make that I haven't done yet.
Same here. I mean, I made it. I just haven't edited it. It's kind of
At
old
least
now,
you
so
made it. I haven't
I
even
got to
made it yet. I
turn
got it
shit.
scripted. I got it scripted. I ain't make nothing, man. I'm trying to get there. But what I'm planning on doing, man, is I got to get the wheels. I got the front wheels. They need to get some attention. I
Okay.
still got some touch up stuff I need to do. I might start pulling off some of the pieces I'm planning on changing on Zeus myself, and get that out the way. But I don't have anything that I feel like I'm in dire need to do to Zeus right now. It's that car is pretty nice. I do have to change up some appearance, but I really don't have to do much. After watching that doggone video with Ray,
Hmm.
man, he definitely made me want to get that doggone double helix X pipe. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
That
thing's nice.
thing sound good.
I told him when he did it's gonna be loud.
Well, he already had loud exhaust. That X pipe just open it up. You lose a secondary cat. That
Hmm.
thing gonna scream, bro. That's where I'm at. That's why my car, when I'm on it, is scream because you lose that secondary cat. All right, what's your dream car? Wait, of your car light? Um, Dream version. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say. There's some things that I do want to still do to Zeus. Like I want to do pulley. I want to do. Um, they do have Linwood. They got Linwood elections today too. Anyway, I want to do pulley. I want to do tune. Um, Pulley tune and intake. That car is fast, man. It's you start going real far with that build, man, and putting so much into that car. You're not gonna. First of all, you're not gonna get traction. It's done so. And just to let you know, I don't know if y'all know, like in the world, it is the most dangerous car. It's considered the most dangerous car. In the US, it is the second most dangerous sports car on the market. Did y'all know that?
Yep, I even had a video about that like last year.
Bro, like when you really think about that, and I believe it. That listen, I tell you over and over again, that car. it feels like it's trying to get me every time I'm out there having fun. Um, it's not so tame that it don't want to go sideways. It want to hook and book and go. But you get on that pedal at the wrong time, it's gonna do something interesting. And that's just the way it is right now. It's not, really nothing major. X pipe lost the cat. Gained a little power there. Got a different filter in the for in the intake. Excuse me, which gains a little bit of power there. Um, Not a lot done, and this thing is crazy. It's spicy. So just to even for me to think about getting that intake tune and pulley, upper and lower pulley, I want to do both of them. It's gonna be ignorant. It's gonna be really, really ignorant. I'm not crazy about the idea of going long tube headers because I don't want to. I don't want to lose the first stage of cats. Because I do start my car remotely in the garage sometime, and that thing is gonna stink horribly. You take them cats off, man. That smell is ridiculous. So I don't want that. I don't want not in the house. So I'm good with the way it sits right now. I ain't trying. I don't need to, shoot no flames and all that other stuff out of that thing. I'm good. But I think that's, other than maybe doing some more cosmetic stuff, I think that's as far as I take Zeus. I want that car to be drivable and still enjoyable. I don't want to get to a point where it's on the edge of breaking. You know what I mean? It just don't seem right. I saw somebody do, and I don't know if you seen that car there show. They got somebody, he's running he white, he did everything white on a C8. Like everything. Like there's no other color. Wheels white, everything is white on that thing. I don't know if I want to go that far. You muted, bro.
I said I've seen all white with like the alloy wheels, but not like all white, even with the white wheels. Unless it's the same person, he upgraded his wheels.
Yeah, man. It's I need a pop of color, bro. I can't just do all white. It ain't gonna work for me. I definitely need a pop of color. Gots to have it. It could, man, but with having that red interior, I need something else. I definitely need
Hmm.
something else popping. It's gonna be too white. Is if he did everything white, especially imagine what is that? Is like a ceramic gray, not ceramic gray. It's called something else. The white interior and Corvettes. If I had that throughout the whole car, it would look so sterile, but not in a good way. I think it'll be washed out. I need something else to make it pop a little bit. Yeah, it would definitely have. It would definitely need to pop. Now, and don't get me wrong, I wanted a white car, but I also wanted red and black interior. We can't go too sterile. Man, what's the latest with you, show? What's the word, man?
Man, this thing just, I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Lord have mercy.
Man, I've been everywhere.
Ah,
So in Arizona, I did what I wanted to do.
yeah.
I did test drive the SV.
Okay. How'd that go?
I love that thing, but
Go ahead.
it's just like I love that thing, but it's just like, do I want
Mm,
to? It's like I started thinking like the commitment though. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
mm,
it's hard to get past that commitment. Not that it's
yeah.
not doable. It's just the point that I feel like I'm not gonna say taking a step backwards. I'm just taking a step longer.
Yeah.
So
And especially what the commitment means, right? The commitment means, well, you're going to be kind of locked in for a little while,
right.
especially when you got plans. That is a little bit of a pill to swallow. So I respect that for real.
So it's like I said, the fact that I love it just don't make it no better. You know what I'm saying? Because
He said that commitment like a beautiful woman with kids.
Exactly.
That right there, that's hilarious. But that's facts. That's
But it's
facts.
facts, man. It's just like is that part. It's like so then like, what am I trying to do? And then that's the whole point because it's like when I started looking at that commitment, I'm like, well, I might as well just look at other commitments and at least keep some fun in it. So then, of course, I start opening the door again for other options. I really,
That's
I
dangerous,
re-
bro. You know that rabbit hole. What happens when you hit
man,
that rabbit?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really like some. I like some versions of Track Hawks. I just don't want to have to hurt nobody.
Um, that's the only thing that turned me off with the track hawk
Only
is
thing.
who else is gonna want this car more than I do? I like track hawks. I think they are killer vehicles. I still think they are very attractive. I think they sound amazing. I will never. I can't say that.
Look,
I don't like. I do like them. I just don't like what happens when you own one. I don't like
yeah,
how knuckleheads or bad actors. I don't like the things that they do when they know someone else have one and they want it. Um,
'cause, like
that's
I
the
start.
turn off for me.
I really dove into it, and I'm like, look, I get a boiler attack exhaust for the Track Hawk.
Hmm.
I can, this thing tops out at 180, which is even
Hmm.
ridiculous.
It launches hard, all wheel drive.
Yeah,
You
just
know, depending on if you again Trackhawk, if you go straight on Trackhawk, you got the 717 or 707 horsepower. You can't go wrong. Even if you went honestly, if you went SRT, you're not gonna go wrong.
I even thought about that, but it was like I go SRT. It just makes no sense. I might as well do the Range Rover. It's like same money.
Is it
Meaning like
really?
the SVR, it's about the same money.
Yeah, but it ain't fast as SV.
Exactly. That's my point. I'm just saying it's the same money. So why would you not get the luxury of the? You know what I'm trying to say?
Those are nice, man. Especially if you're gonna play with it, Justin. Like for real, if you're gonna play with it a little bit, that's not a bad build to play with. And you got less risk when you play with a 5.7 than you do with the SRT. Bless you, bro.
Thank you. What's going
You're
on,
welcome.
Lefty?
Left in the building, the enforcer. Listen, I'm not mad at you, bro. And that's the part that shows talk about. Not only is he trying to stay alive, but he ain't trying to kill nobody.
Right.
Lefty
You
in the
know,
building. What's going on, Lefty? How you doing, bro? I don't
I
know,
was
man.
like,
I still I like him. Look, get a G body. You can't go wrong with a G body, man. In Lefty world, real talk.
but them can be dangerous in some neighborhoods too. So it's like,
Yeah, but you got less risk with the G body than you do with the Mopar family, especially the SRT line in the Mopar family. They got people just like them. I mean, they want them more than you want them. The I and listen, don't get me wrong. Even if I thought about when I thought about going that direction, I'm like, man, I really don't have a problem with driving and pushing one. I stay strapped. I don't have to do, handle nobody, but where I'm
right.
at, I'm a little bit less. I have less probability of running to that problem than you would. You're too close to the city, in my opinion, to have that thing. But then the other side of it is, for me, I can't go nowhere. I feel
Right.
like I'm not gonna be able to go nowhere and leave that truck and feel comfortable with leaving that thing in the world because again, all it takes is the right knucklehead. Now there's theft deterrent that you can get on those things, but that also comes at a premium because if you not at a premium, but comes suggestively because it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be able to deter theft when you're driving. Because
Mm-hmm.
man, they catch you at a stoplight, man. So
Exactly.
it's
That part.
crazy. Drive with that thing. Look, drive with it. Drive with that thing on your thigh, and don't be afraid to shoot through the door. That's all I can say. I listen. Even in that vet, I've been in situations where I felt like I need to put that thing on the door just in case. I let a few go through the door if I need to. I'm telling you. And that vet is fiberglass. It's gonna go straight through. Got to put a water pump on the Sierra. Ooh, on the Miss Sierra. Lord, let me think. That's not too bad. You gotta get that pulley off. I mean, that belt out the way, but uh, it shouldn't be too bad, man, because there's a lot of space under that hood. Electro, electro, cito. Man, what does that mean, brother? Cadillac V. Ooh, let's talk about the V. Who was I talking to?
I was looking at the
Um,
CT5.
Great buy, beautiful, beautiful car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just talking to who was I talking to? Golly, I was just talking to somebody, and that's what they about to pull. They gonna pull. They're actually looking at the Hennessy. Oh, one of my guys at the job. So he got enough excuse under his belt to pull it. They're gonna put it in his company name, in his business name. But he looking at pulling that CTSV, not the CTSV, the Escalade V, but not just the Escalade V, the Hemi, not the Hemi, Hennessy. Was it 1,000+ horsepower? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
he can put it in the business name. He can write off because over 5,000 pounds, and he gonna use it to pull stuff. When he ready to play, he get to get out there and play. I'm like, bro, you serious? Like, yeah. He's like, I got every reason in the world to justify the purchase. And I want to say it's like 130, 136 or something like that. So he said he could justify the buy through the business, no big deal. And it's a people mover. I'm like, bro, I ain't mad at you. I go for it. 8 bolts, that's it. Yeah, it should be simple. You gotta put I think you still got a washer that not a washer, but a gasket that you gotta use in that thing. But you should be all right, man. Yeah, I saw the thumbnail for that video. Um, Man, them trucks, man, them things are nasty, bro. They fast now, even without the Hennessy package. They're fast. They're real fast. With that Hennessy package, it's ridiculous. Um, that dude tore up a Lamborghini in one of those things. They fast. They are crazy fast. All-wheel drive launch too. So if everything been done right, you got a vehicle that's gonna be. Oh God, that's a different kind of feel too. It ain't like launching just real wheel drive. You launch all wheel drive, it feels different. It feels real different. Man, I don't know, man. I know they got stuff. There's stuff that you can do to that doggone track hawk. You can't avoid knuckleheads. You can't avoid the stoplights. You can't avoid just getting out your car. Like, and so if you're not paying attention, they paying attention to you and you ain't paying attention enough to them that's paying attention to you, man, you're gonna be a victim. That's the part you gotta be careful with. That's the part that deterred me from moving that direction. Again, I don't gonna know it without that thing. And the last thing I want to do is have to get somebody. Golly, it's just not one of them things you want to make happen, man. But I tell you, I don't know. I like them, man. All the more part, it's interesting, man. And I know that we're in winter, so you see fewer of those things out in the world. Today, I did see a track hawk in a parking lot, and the stands they just look good. But the other thing I was looking at, I saw this morning on my way in too. Dude had the plum purple um, Hellcat Charger with wide body. I ain't seen. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Man, that thing looks so good. They look good, man. It's unfortunate that you got the knucklehead bad actors, man, that deter people from even making moves on those things, man. It sucks. It sucks. What in the world? So what other thing been bopping, man? I mean, I hate to ask where are you now with it, because I know your butt all over the place. I
bro.
know you all over the place, man.
All over it.
Let me ask you this: Are there other things that you're interested in driving still?
Honestly, I think the biggest problem was I broke the vet out.
You did, yeah. That could be a problem.
Yeah,
That's an exciting
because
ride,
honestly, man,
though.
I still love that thing, especially the sound system. That's what really do it. It's like I can easily find other cars to perform in the same realm. That sound system is just something else to replace.
It's next level, man. It's next
It's
level.
so hard, and that's always on my challenge. Like whenever I want to do something else, getting away from that sound system is the problem.
It's next level, man. It's next level. That is the hard part.
Lefty, the vet life is not really be giving up, but I will say I can't even say it's on pause. I just I feel like I'm at a space where I want to mess with something else for a little bit before I go back to it.
Explore.
I'm just ready to play with something different for a while, but I still but here's the thing: there's tons of cars out there I actually like and I can get into, but I'm not trying to dump a lot of money into them. So like even looking at like the RSQ8, super
Ooh,
fast, sound system not terrible, but it just looks so plain. So I'm like I'm gonna have to spice up on the outside with more than just wheels. I ain't really trying to invest into a body kit, so I might have to do a wrap because I don't see an interesting color or anything that just. So it's like I'm trying to keep it all into a reasonable realm because at the end of the day I want something to play with,
still wanted to pop though.
right? And then two, I want to swing back maybe in 18 months, 2 years, 2 to 24 months at max, and grab another sports car.
So
So
here's the thing: there's a problem with the RS7 for him.
it got that red dough.
It's that photo horsepower that he ain't crazy about.
Which is
If
kind of
it's an
funny because
SUV, it's got a chance if it's an
right,
SUV.
because I was gonna say
It's
it's
too
tall up on
close
the
to the
SUV.
ground, man.
Yeah,
You lefty, yes, yes. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. A Nardo Great RS7 for you, for me, all day long. Yes,
man. Look,
yes.
I was already on something else, Lefty. I was looking at Range Rover Sport SVR. I was gonna wrap it Nardo gray, and
Which
then
would be beautiful.
right with a black and red interior. And I already went down the road. I'm like, but man, now I'm talking about wrapping the car. That's just extra money I didn't want to dump. So I was like, but I had it already figured out. I was this close to grabbing it. That was about what 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yep,
I was gonna
yep.
grab it. I was just like, but then I started doing a little research. Like, all right, who can I get to wrap it? This is, and I'm like, man, I done added a whole extra 5, 6, 7, 9 grand to make this. I don't want to dump 9 grand into the car.
You went higher than that, bro.
Yeah, I did, but you
You
get the
was
point,
killing it. I'm like, bro, how'd your budget adjust so quickly?
dude. I'm like, look, I got to tint the windows. I got to tint the windows. I got to get the custom wheels, which the wheels are just going to be automatic. So I'm expecting that cost, but the wrap wasn't in the. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
That wasn't part of the equation.
Especially considering you still want the car to pop, you still want it to hit. So it's almost well. The problem is, especially what with what you was looking for, the probability of finding one of the very rare colors that are out there is just so
It's
far
so
few in between. It's not gonna be
yeah,
easy. And they got some hitters, bro. That stuff you showed me, I'm like,
yeah.
man, they
And they
got
turn up
this.
every blue moon, but they turn up in the wrong
Oh,
way.
it'll
What I
be
mean by
amazing
the
when
wrong
you
way,
get it.
like it turned up, but it's like it turned up where that was the only money the person spent on the car. So you got this beautiful color,
Oh yeah. I
like the
forgot about
most
that.
basic aspects of the car.
Everything else is just low, subpar. Everything else subpar.
Yes. It's like you couldn't do that and get some toys with it. You got the most basic car on the market with this beautiful color.
Yeah, that part.
So yeah, and then I'll be honest with you, that was the dealership because back then people wouldn't order these cars like that. So
You think that was a dealership purchase and then somebody bought it?
you know how the dealership order cars just to try. So they probably like, look, if the color ain't hidden right, we don't want this outrageously priced car if people ain't feeling it.
So they got
So we'll
a lower spec with the
that
with a killer color
just in
that
case they
made it.
had to give it away. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
already know how, yeah.
I
So I'm
get
like,
it.
nobody in their right mind gonna pay that type of money for a color and just say, I don't want nothing else on this car.
Bro, just the way you said that. I don't want nothing else, so I'm
I don't
good.
want nothing else on this
Just
car.
give me the color and that's
I'm
it.
gonna
Nah,
I'm gonna pay $4 grand for a color, but I ain't gonna add no like
I
three
ain't
thousand,
add nothing
eighteen hundred
else
dollar
to it.
package. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
It's gonna be as basic as possible on the inside. What's the
right?
most
Like,
basic color you can put in the inside? Give me that gray.
yeah.
Gray
I'm
and
gonna play it
black.
safe.
Like,
Just give me
we
all
need
black.
more than that. Yeah, we
But I
need
don't
more
want
than
an
that.
upgraded sound system. Just keep the 13 speakers in there because the car look good.
No, that's such a horrible idea. That
I'm
is
just
not
saying.
good enough.
Like how
Oh,
you spend all the money on the car but don't even upgrade the sound system? It was like, yeah, if I didn't buy that.
yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Sheesh.
That was the dealership saying if we have to get something away, it ain't gonna be we ain't gonna lose a lot of money.
Yeah. I think part of it too, man, well, of course, we've talked about this so many times, but when you are used to you coming from something, it's just like what you just said when you took Zeus out. You got to first of all, you push that pedal. No, 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 no. Let me back up. First of all, you started that thing and you heard it. You
Mm-hmm.
sat
That
in that
part.
thing and you felt them seats and you turned on that stereo system and you heard it. It's something about that car, right? And then you
Yep.
start driving. The whole experience is pleasant, right? People sleep on how comfortable those vets are, and they miss the fact that that interior and that doggone sound system is crazy. It sounds amazing. It's not easy to jump into something else, especially when you're not looking to, DJ Ron it up and go up there, and next thing you know, it putting all them
Exactly.
different speakers in there. You want something that has it in there. And I think, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was my move. When I went to the X5M. The stereo was all of that. What's up, Mr. Johnson? Mr. Johnson in the building. He put that Franklin Beverly on. Franklin Beverly. Yes, indeed. Listen, man, it's a different experience, right? And I think for me, it was what's going on, Mr. Johnson, man? How you doing today? Um, I didn't want to have to play with stereo. I wanted whatever. I knew exactly what stereo I wanted to get in that thing. So when I hear what show's looking for, I respect it. You gotta, because if he's willing to do it, but if he doesn't have to have that expense, like why? Not the full expense.
Right.
Then it makes all the sense in the world to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. So it's not easy to find what you're looking for, but somewhere along the line, man, there's the expense gonna come at one of the angles. It's not always where you think it might be. But mapping out the probability, I think that's what's important. You know that it could be a wrap. It could be some stereo stuff. It will be wheels, Not that
Right.
often that you're gonna find whatever you're looking for on the wheels that you want. So
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
no, no, it's
I
pretty
don't
much
think I.
not
It's
gonna
like
happen.
whatever I buy, I got like, yeah, we gotta swap those out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I at least feel like maybe I may have to downgrade a year or two and just and take a hit that way.
Can you still get the sound system that you're looking for if you go down a year or two?
Yeah, sound system is there. It's
Okay.
just the technology drops with it,
Mm.
but it ain't terrible. It just you
It's just
lose a
some of
lot of
those niceties, some of those really nice to
yeah,
have. Kind of like one of my sacrifices was the night vision, letting the night vision go.
Right, like things like that. So it's just yeah, you become a commoner.
You feel like a peasant.
you got you got to squint your eyes at night instead of just look down at the screen. You got to use your fingers to
Trifling.
cut the high beam on instead of the car just doing it for you.
Doing
Like,
it
oh
automatically. You
yeah,
trifling. You stay trifling, man. You straight trifling. I'm gonna just let you know you stay trifling.
I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that feature though. I like that feature
I'm
though.
just saying it's the minute, like and here's the thing, it ain't the part that is being common. It's just it wasn't an option back then. So
Yeah.
so when you take that step back, it's like, man, how you turn the high beams on? I haven't had to do this in
Here
years.
you go. That's so jacked up. Look, that's like me with the doggone windshield wipers. I don't even know if my windshield wiper work on that thing.
Right? It's like how you no. We
I'm
used to
gonna
have
tell you,
this
man.
automatic sense and they come on like you gotta turn a switch. What the?
Yeah, look. So it's like in that BMW, man. When I'm in Pegasus, auto windshield wipers. I have auto high beam. I turn it on. Like the window get wet enough to come on. They come on. When I'm driving in dark and I need the headlight high beam, they come on automatically, and then they dim themselves so they ain't blinding the person coming towards me or moving in front of me.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I done had a head up display for so long. I don't have when it don't even feel
It
right
don't
driving.
feel like it ain't right.
I'm like I gotta look down at the.
I gotta look down at the gate. You get spoiled, man.
Yeah, it's just
And
because.
listen, man, and you were preaching to the choir when I say, so let me do a disclaimer. You ain't gonna get no criticism from me. I'm gonna let you know everything that you saying.
I just don't
You,
want people to feel like I'm being snobbish. I'm just saying,
it
just
ain't
like
a snobbish thing. People,
when you
if
get used to it, it's
yeah,
hard to. It don't feel right when you ain't got it, and that makes it hard to challenge to replace it because it's like you're like, wait a minute, you ain't even got a heads up option. Like, oh, this ain't right.
right, you're gonna have to you have to get that thing to put your cell phone on the dash.
Exactly. So then it's like, well, I just can't consider this one. But and that's the thing, man. It's like I
For
feel like
real.
once you get to a certain comfort level, it's kind of like, don't take this the wrong way. It's kind of like my son. I'm teaching him how to drive right now, and I'm like, yeah, but you need to learn how to drive this. He's like, wait a minute, ain't no backup camera?
Yeah, yeah. No, we got to start from the root.
Right, you
We
got to
got to
turn your
start
head,
from the
son.
root. Yeah, yeah. If anything, I'm gonna be honest. That'll be one of those moments I go out there and buy like a $1,800 Honda manual. This is what you're gonna learn how to drive in.
Right, you know
Once
what I'm
you get
saying?
past this, you'll be able to drive everything.
We was driving the car, right, and then we got in the other car, and it had a beeping when you start gravitating towards the line. I'm like, you need to get back in the lane. He's like, it didn't beep. It's not gonna beep.
Oh my god! Oh, it's amazing what people get used to.
Yeah, I'm just like, so driving
Mr.
ain't the
Johnson
same.
said, laughing his butt off, spoiled, super spoiled. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. Like right now, I have heads up display in both vehicles. I don't know how to act when I don't have it. I got more features in the BMW than I do in the Vet, but the Vet is fast as all get out, so I don't even think about those things.
Hmm.
But having all that stuff, you do get used to it. Like, man, to get a rental car now that ain't got heads up display, that ain't got auto headlight high beam, that you know what I mean? I gotta turn some stuff on. Like, wait,
Man,
what?
people don't understand. They do not understand. They're like, you just bougie. I'm not bougie, man. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
keep
super
my life
spoiled.
simplistic.
It's spoiled. Hey, technology can spoil you. And I'm not gonna
You
even
know
sit
what?
here and say no,
You-
I'm not. I have
That's
been spoiled with
that's
these
like you
cars.
going back to a flip phone. You ain't trying to hear that.
Come on,
You
come
know what I'm
on.
saying?
I want to see you do some texting on that. Go ahead.
Right. Go ahead, hit that dial up again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Talk about some 3333 two
Right.
two five 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 just to get get to say hello. Like, come on, man. Let's tell the truth and Shay and the devil.
Right.
Tire
It's like
pressure monitors are a must. Yes. Like being able, so The downside, no, but the
No,
BMW
I
lets you
I
know
even
what's
be on.
happening.
I even go one further with you. I When the tire pressure money don't tell me which tire is low, I'm offended.
That's a problem.
You know what
Yeah, don't just come on tire
Right.
low.
And
I
it
need
make
to
me
know
play
which
random
one.
games.
Yes, and I see all four corners in both cars.
Yep. I'm like, my wife, like, you want this tire pressure gauge? I haven't had to use one of them in years. Why I want that? Throw that thing away.
Yeah, the car
The
does it.
car
It
does that.
does it all. Yeah. Listen, bro, you're not the only one. Like I went through this with, we went through this with Zeus heading to Detroit, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, show, bro. This dog on I can't. It was the rear driver side was getting low. I'm like, bro, I think we got an issue, right? But I knew which tire it was. It wasn't just telling. I had to walk around the car trying to find him which one it was. I knew which
Right.
one it was. Man, listen, a lifesaver, a very much so a lifesaver. So it's what technology does, right? Technology takes a process and improves that process where it takes less effort to get it done. That's technology. I love technology. And technology, fortunately, will continuously advance. And it's going to evolve and grow into all kind of really cool stuff. I don't know if I would be without could say that I would be without technology. Look where we are right now, having these conversations
Yeah.
across the internet. Not just what platform, on multiple platforms at one time. So it's technology that allows or afford us this ability to do the things that we're doing right now. How are you looking for cars? Remember back in the day when you had to go look in the newspaper?
Man, you
Oh
ever get
Lord, have
the
mercy.
look book,
Look at the
the flip the
newspaper.
pages.
You had to go, yeah, you had to go, yeah, those pages, the little books, the little magazine, they had to go, and then you had to go to the dealership.
Yep.
You had to go to see the car. You didn't have access to somebody sending you not even sending pictures on email then. You couldn't see it online. Now we get to look at cars across the entire country from
Yep.
your cell phone, from wherever you are at that moment.
Like I
Spoiled
said,
rotten. Spoiled rotten. It's an understatement. Think about we gonna go back. Back in the day, for me for sure, I had to leave the house. I always had a quarter in my pocket, some change in my pocket, and I knew all the numbers I need to call in my head because I will probably have to use a payphone. That ain't
yep.
no option no more. I don't even know if they got payphones out there anymore. Does payphones exist?
Yeah, not really. But that is
My
funny though.
truck has none of that stuff, y'all. Ain't in no G body either. But it's that technology, Lefty. I mean, what year is your truck, Lefty? He said no Apple Play or nothing.
But they got little add-on
Devices.
radios for that, for them
Yeah,
G bodies, man.
yeah.
So you know, all you gotta do is get one of
There's
them little
options.
in-dash units. Yeah.
Definitely got options. But the reality of it all is it's those things that level of technology that honestly 2010. Yeah, man, I don't know if I don't think I could do unless I'm just doing that specifically just to have so let me tell you what I thought about doing. I changed my mind because I think I'm gonna do something different. So my snowblower, I've been trying to get it to get it serviced. I know exactly what's wrong with my snowblower. To the point where this weekend I just sat on my butt and realized, you know what, I'm gonna just fix my own snowblower. I know exactly what's wrong with it. Went to YouTube University and saw exactly how to fix my snowblower. So I'm gonna do it myself. But in the interim, with the amount of we got a lot of snow in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Not like we usually get all throughout the year, right? So what I thought about doing was two things. I thought about getting either like a four wheeler with a blade on the front, or going buy like one of them little used trucks that's got a blade on the front, either a truck or SUV. I've seen them online for like $3,000-$4,000, grabbing one of them and using that to clear my driveway. Throw a blade, I run that thing across the front of and do that, right? As opposed to, first of all, having to walk through all that. You got to layer up when you walk behind that snowblower. you
Mm-hmm.
got good, and then and for me, I'll get halfway through my driveway, and then I got to go inside and take the gloves off, heat my hands, and change gloves, and put a different pair of gloves on after my hands thaw out, and go back out there and get it because I don't have heated grips on my snowblower. Right, I ain't there yet. That now, see, that's the level of technology I need to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had a car or a truck with a blade on the front, it's gonna have heat on the inside. Hopefully, it should have heat. Heat is automatically, right? Heat is automatic with the heat of the motor. Using that to go up and down and clear my driveway, to me that'd have been, again, a no-brainer. Doesn't have to be a new truck. Don't need all the technology to get it done. I will be in that truck with my headphones in my ears, listening to whatever music on my phone, because I'm not going to use that truck for nothing else. Park that sucker off in the valley and be done with it until I need it again. I won't use it for anything. Or hauling stuff. I won't use it for anything else. I need to do dirty moving. Go grab that truck, drive that sucker to the Home Depot or wherever I'm getting, Menards, wherever I'm getting whatever, and then I'm good with it. But my point being, it'll have a purpose. Mr. Willie Brown in the building. What's going on, Willie Brown?
What's going on?
It'll be a purpose vehicle, man. Even if I got the 4-wheeler, I'll be having some fun. I'll be using that thing year round though. I'll be using that thing all around the property. I'll be riding that thing. I'll be having some fun with it when it's not a workhorse. That's the only downside. I'll be afraid I'm gonna break that thing before I need it. But
I can see that.
yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead on and fix my doggone snowblower, and I'm probably gonna do that. Not this weekend. I got something I got to do this weekend. What I got to do this weekend? We filming a skit at the church, so I got to go there Saturday. It's not gonna happen this weekend. I'm gonna probably end up doing it during the week. I'll have that snowblower up and running next week. I don't think we're expecting any snow anytime soon. Like for the next 2 weeks, I think all we got is rain, right? If I'm not
Everybody say,
mistaken.
"Oh, it's always rain."
So I'm good when it comes to that, but it don't mean that it's over for us. I mean, since I've been up here, I've seen snow in May, so
Yeah, but that
it
wasn't
can
real.
happen. It wasn't real, man. It was
It was
cold.
just enough to say, "Are you serious right now?"
Right. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
It's like
Just
usually once you get
right.
past March 20th, you good.
Yeah. What day was that we were out in the snow in the vets? We were leaving. What were we leaving from?
I'm trying to remember.
What show was that? Was that
That was the Toys trial because it snowed for a second.
No, not that one. We talking back in the day, like that year that Nikki got on me by having being in the car in the snow. Oh, I forgot to send that link to Tony, see if he wanted to play. What year was that? We went to the Arboretum to eat lunch. Were you with us?
No, I went with y'all that day.
Because I think we went to. I think you were, man. For some reason, I thought we went to.
I haven't had lunch with you and Nikki and Tony at the
You
same
weren't
time.
with us?
Nope.
Well, I thought you was with us,
That was
man.
you catfishing them.
Catfishing them. I don't even think. Yeah, Fish did come.
Fish did come.
Fish was with us. Yeah, man. Snow in May, crazy for real. But to your point, like you said, it was enough to make you say, "Man, you got to be kidding me! It's really snowing right now. Nothing stuck,
Right? Nothing really stuck. It just snowed, and it was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
But because of that probability of snow, what's going on, bro?
It was kind of like snowing in Atlanta. Like you, like, "Are you serious right now?"
Yeah, but you know what happens in
It stuck around
Atlanta,
a lot long in Atlanta than it did here, though.
Yeah, it's a wrap in Atlanta though. Yeah, it gets snow in Atlanta City is shut down. For real, for real. Yeah, I'm looking at this forecast, man, and I'm going all the way out to March 11th, and I don't see no snow. I see some rain. That's it.
Like I said,
That's
we should be good.
beautiful. We might be good. I'm
We
still gonna
good.
fix that thing and just have it ready for next season. That's what I'm gonna do.
We good until the weatherman wrong, and he don't lose his job. But
He ain't gonna lose his job.
nope.
He can be wrong and keep his job. I need to be a weatherman. This is ridiculous.
Telling you, man, I think about that sometimes. Like, why I can't get those type of privileges?
So let me ask you this, man. What's the probability of you just holding on to Zeus for another season?
Another season,
Yeah.
probably 14%.
wait, where did you get 14%?
I'm gonna
Where
be
did
real.
you get 14%?
I'm gonna be real with you because I don't know what you mean by the word season. So the
We
problem,
are approaching a new season, car season in
so
the
a,
Midwest,
so here's the thing. I don't think Zeus is gonna make it to the 4th of July. He may be here when the season start.
but he
I
ain't gonna
will
be
not.
here at the end of the season.
He would not be here when July hit.
Okay, okay. So let me ask you this: if he gonna be here to July, can we do a couple of mini runs? Are you gonna be willing to do some driving?
Oh, I don't care about rolling. I don't care about
No,
driving.
no, no, no. Your vote. You got high pitched.
I said I don't care about driving.
You got high pitched though.
I don't care about driving.
The high pitch meant you had some concern, and I can only
No, there's
assume
no concern.
that concern has to be mileage.
No, look, it is what it is.
And I
It's
respect it because I know you're trying to move Zeus, so I'm good. I can respect that. But my point being,
my
are you
thought process
willing to
is
drive?
this.
You know Ray gonna want to drive. Ray is
Look,
very willing to drive and put some miles on it. Cause you
I'm
already
not
put like
gonna
some high
own a car
mileage
and not
stuff
drive
out.
it. That's the whole. I'm not gonna own a car and not drive it. So the miles is just gonna become part of the equation.
There you go.
But I feel like, and this is just me being real. I know it won't last. Like, look, I'm. This gonna be the first year I get a tax return.
You
This
getting a
car ain't
return?
gonna make it.
I don't even know what a return is, man.
I haven't had a return in like 12 years. This the
I do
first
not know. You speaking a whole nother language right now.
year.
Like
This
I don't
car
even know
ain't
what that
gonna make
language
it.
is.
I'm just telling you. I feel like one of them other people now. Like, man, look, I'm gonna get my taxes.
You ready to go cop something? Hey,
You know how they be
hey,
playing them
Cody.
money,
Hey,
playing the stupid
Cody.
money before it even come.
That video that you about to put out, man. Show gonna need to see that video. He
Oh,
about to put out a video on what car to buy when you get your tax return.
hey, hold on. You know how them people be planning to spend their tax money before they even get it.
Yes, indeed. You already added up. Boy, you stupid. You ain't got no sense.
Look,
You done already spent it. That money gone.
I ain't spent it yet because I don't even know what it is. I'm just telling you, I'm getting one.
Bro, I wish I can get one of those. I don't even know what that is. That language you speaking, man. I'm so used
Dude,
to always owing Uncle Sam.
what's up, AB?
But we working on getting close to that like that 100 on either side.
I'm
I
usually,
don't want to return. I mean,
I'm
I
usually
don't
like,
want Uncle Sam to make money off my money, nor do I want to have to give him money. I would rather have to give him money than him have to give me money because he making money
I'm,
off my money.
I usually get like a PlayStation game to a PlayStation back in taxes.
I don't.
So
I mean,
I'm usually right around that 49 to like maybe $300 range. Like that's usually my tax return.
boy, if I told you
This
the
year,
worst for me, I think the worst for me was like
one year I had
13K.
to pay. I feel like one year I had to pay 1700. I was so mad. I was over at his house out of attitude.
Try 13K.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I've
I
been
would
there
go.
before. That
I would go
tax
get
bill
somebody
didn't look
else's
fun at
kids.
all. What'd you say?
I would go get somebody else's kids.
Can I put your baby on my tax? I just
You
need to
got
put
four. Let me just get one.
right. You can't get no more than where you are right now.
Right.
Let me get a little bit of that. Enough for one new rim.
I'm just telling you, I get like the first month worth of gas
Bruh,
for free.
that
That's
part.
usually what happened for me. I usually get a month worth of gas for free. That's usually what I get.
I don't. I don't. I'm not used to. I don't. I'm not used to return.
So
I'm
yeah,
not
like I
used
said,
to
this
return, man. I'm so used to
this right
having a
here,
day. I don't look
this
forward to this season, man. This season sucks. We working it out, man. We trying to bring that number down to the middle, but it sucks. It absolutely sucks.
yeah. So like I don't see the car lasting past the four.
We got a couple of things that we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to the house on the rock for sure.
Okay.
We definitely are going to Galena. Um, and we're gonna try to get a couple of things going up and some more trips up into Wisconsin, some of them back roads as well. But yeah, man, I want to do some driving, bro. Definitely want to do some driving. We're talking probably easily 3, 4, maybe 5 hour days. Easy.
That ain't nothing, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. No,
Definitely
I
want to
don't.
get some driving in. And honestly, even if you got to the point where you say, "No, I don't know if I want to do that," I'll throw you the keys to that Beamer. You can push that Beamer if you want to. Because this is
I
gonna
ain't,
be fun, no different than them other cars, except you sitting up high.
I'm gonna be sitting up high anyway, but I ain't pushing the beam.
You'll be
I'm
pushing
just
your
like
own, huh?
I'm gonna be doing something different. Like I said, man, I don't know. I might still be down, man. I'm like, I was looking at the Lexus LC, so
Bruh, you are just
all over the place.
all over the place. Good Lord.
I even went back to the what you call it to the S63 AMG Coupe.
Now I can see that for you though. I can see you. The Benz, in my opinion, makes
But the
sense.
problem is the sound system sucks, man. It's like having a Walkman. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, see, that's the. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that familiar with Benz's stereo, so I don't know. I don't know how well or it is or it isn't. Um,
Yeah,
that's the
C5's
only
invited, man.
downside.
Long as you got good tires, long as we ain't stopping for flats no more. That's the new rule. You get a flat, you got to pull over by yourself.
Ah! Of course, Ryan. Really, bro? You got to ask that question.
Flats kill trips. That's what we know. Flats kill trips.
Yes, we do. Yeah, yes, we know this. I've had two that tried to mess up our trips. Yes, we do. I had a flat in the middle of going to Detroit, and then had a flat on my way out to Carlisle.
Correct.
Like,
So, yeah,
what is
Carlisle.
going on? Felt like a bad dream.
Some people might took that as a sign that you shouldn't go.
Not me.
I
No,
know,
sir,
right?
Bob. Look, but that was the only downside.
That was.
That was the rain didn't even deter us.
Nope. We
That
had a
was the
great trip.
only downside. We still had a great time.
Yeah.
That's the only downside. And it sucked. Because I thought that for a moment, like, this ain't gonna happen. I like, man, I done paid all this and ready. Car loaded down. All bad, everything in there. Ready to go.
Got
And here
catfish
we
sit on
are.
the step, sit on the porch waiting on you.
Waiting. Like, fish, I'm on my way, bro. I'm
I
on my
promise you.
way. We getting there. I'm having
Like,
some technical
I
difficulties.
promise you, I'm coming. I'm just. All right, man. I'm waiting.
Man, it's just been one thing after another, man. It was one thing. It felt like one thing after another
I did.
after Detroit, because
Yeah.
we were in that little town for how long? Waiting to get Zeus finished.
I don't know. I went to sleep. That's
We
how long
both
we.
went to sleep. We both crashed out. What you mean you went to sleep?
I went to sleep. We was there so long. I would think we was like two hours, maybe three.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If that was a long day, that was a really long day. That felt longer than the drive that we did going
Yep.
to. When I say felt, just what we burned or what we had to deal with for the drive going to Carlisle versus all the stuff we went through Detroit. Detroit felt like a very long day. That was an exhausting. I was beat after that drive. Big time beat.
Yeah, man.
Sheesh. Oh man. So you got a return coming. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I'm gonna have to just go and live vicariously.
Live vicariously through me.
Yeah. Look, just let me know how you feel about when you see whatever you got coming in, because I want to kind of live through that emotion
I'm
as
just saying,
well.
I just can't wait to see them say, yes, you have a return coming back.
How you know you got a return?
Cause look, man, I like here's my philosophy, right?
Okay,
Bear
here
bear
we
with
go.
bear with me, people. I usually get about what you laughing at? I
What you
usually
said?
get about
It was
like
his philosophy anyway. Ah.
I
All right, good.
usually
I'm ready.
I usually get somewhere between, like I told you before, a month worth of gas back to how can I say it? Like maybe a PlayStation game, like 50, $60. I haven't claimed a kid since I had one.
What?
Yeah,
Never?
never, ever, ever.
Why?
So since the
Did
wife
y'all
ain't work,
file married filing separate?
always.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I made too much money. I just killed her tax return, and she live off that. You know how them
Ugh.
people play. You know how them people plan for their tax returns.
Yeah, she
So
playing for her.
you let them poor people plan for their tax returns. And I'm
Oh
just like, I
Lord,
know
here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
pay.
He
I
said them
know I'm
poor
gonna pay.
people.
So I ain't gonna let. So I just let her have her tax return.
This fool said them poor people.
But since this year she didn't work,
Ooh,
hmm I'm
ooh,
claiming them kids.
ooh, ooh. Only one though.
No, I'm claiming the college kid too. I still
Really?
pay them.
Oh, that's right. She just graduated.
No, the other one ain't graduated yet. It's two of them in college. Well, technically one now because one just graduated. But yeah, I'm
Wait,
claiming
man, how many kids you got? I thought you had two.
three.
Why I thought you had
It's,
two kids?
no, it's three of them. There's three of them little big.
Here we go. You about to tell the truth. You about to tell the truth. You over there about to tell the truth. Y'all better watch him.
It's three of them over there saying like, "Hey, the bank account was empty and I needed you to put some money in it because I ain't really got no job, but I got stuff I
Oh,
want to do.
ooh, ooh,
You know
ooh,
how dads
ooh.
be. We just make it
Yeah,
happen. You know. So I'm like, now you ain't claiming nobody.
you got them. You
I
got
feel like
all of them.
Ted DiBiase right now. Just play
No,
my
you
theme
about
music when I walk down.
that fool said Ted Diddy. I see.
Just play
Oh,
my
have
music when
mercy.
I walk down.
Oh my God, I haven't heard about a Ted DiBiase in a long. Ted DiBiase. Yes, sir.
I'm just telling you.
Man, I don't even know what that sound like, man. I wish I could get a return.
That's all I'm saying, man. So my philosophy is I should get something.
I think you should. I think there's something that's coming out of this, especially considering with the number of kids that you got hanging in there. And now, did she make any money last year?
She made a little bit. I'm gonna let her claim a little bit on her own.
Yeah, because she ain't made enough that is gonna benefit her having a kid as well.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
she's like,
So
I
yeah,
guess you can take the kids. I'm like,
yeah, yeah. Now the
it's
benefit
a
is
whole
yours.
new world.
He over there Disney mode. What is
I'm
going
telling you,
on?
man, it's like Christmas coming in April.
You see what he say? Lefty say for sure. You say for real show. Get the hey dad text,
I'm
and I
telling
know
you, man.
what's next.
Look, I'm gonna
Yep,
tell you
don't I
right now.
know it?
I'm gonna tell you right
I
now.
still get it.
That child is in Ohio. I get so many Ohio phone calls. I'm like, who the? And I have to answer because you never know if it's that. Yes,
If
sir. We're
it's
trying
something
to tell you.
bad or yeah.
Right. They're like your prescription need to be picked up. Can you pay for it? Like my prescription. Man, you get everything. So
Man, Lord have mercy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been there. I've been there.
You get them
I've
Uber
been
charges on your account, and you like, I ain't went nowhere.
there. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's when you hand them the little credit card.
Right. Talk about hold on, come into your phone. Do not say to file.
Look, here's your budget. As soon as
Do
you
not
exceed
say
it,
the
you
profile.
are out of luck. I'm just saying.
I'm like, do you know when I went to school, I didn't even really have no money. I just made it happen.
Listen, man, the epitome of
I-
broke college student.
Joe, they act like it's supposed to be the same life they had when they was in Chicago under your roof.
Oh, it ain't supposed to change.
It ain't supposed to change.
It really should though.
You
If
get the
you
phone
don't
call
change
like,
it, here's the problem that happens when you don't change it. When you don't change it, then they don't appreciate it the same.
nope.
If they never had to struggle, how do they learn what success looks like? They've never struggled.
Dude, I get that text message. What's the Netflix profile? I sent you. Can you send me the code? I got to put it back in the screen. Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, oh yeah, because they ain't under the roof no more.
Right.
Netflix to cut it off. Like
Like
you need to
yeah,
prove
prove that this is you.
this is you. I'm gonna send you a code. Yeah, I did that with
Mhm.
Chris. I had to do that with Chris. Yeah,
I'm like, man, if you call me again at like 2 a.m. talking about a Netflix code, you better suffer through the night.
yeah. You gonna be all right. You gonna be okay.
I'm
Oh
like, and
my
you an hour
God.
ahead. What are you doing at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get on Netflix?
Somebody need a VPN. Somebody
Oh,
clearly needs a VPN. You could be right here in Chicago area if you had a VPN. I'm just saying, you'll never have to use that code again. They think you just at the crib.
I'm telling you. It's like
You
I
know what's
said,
crazy?
I'm inspired, man. I'm just waiting to see what happened this year.
I had to think about it. My daughter was in Volo, and I'm in where I'm at, and they still cut her off.
Yeah, I had to go in there and change my profile to I travel for work. And so every now and then, like every how can I say it? Like every fifth different location I log in at, they ask me for a code.
I need to put that in too. I travel. Now, the one time because I think I had my mom on my Netflix for a while, and then it just literally just did not work no more. The problem is, I got multiple TVs here. You might have two or three people looking at it in here.
Hmm.
You got a location in New Orleans. Like, how you justify that? Well, I guess you can, because if
Like
you
them
got
kids at
people
the
at
house
your
watching them
house
TVs,
watching
right?
TV, yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
Like, that could be a thing. I don't know, man. I think Netflix, they wrong for that. Don't get me wrong. I believe that some people are probably abusing
Using
the
it, yeah.
situation. But if you give me a certain amount of accounts that I can use or access, limit me the number of access and tell me that's how many I can have. And I can't
Right.
have 100 people on one account. That's cool. If I can only have 5 accounts running simultaneously. That's cool. I'm good with that. But don't tell me I can't use it whenever I'm at because I have it.
And you know what? And
And
they got that too. It's just like it's different setups. I think it's like they got a 3 and a 6 pack or something like that.
I can't remember. I mean, honestly, I got my Netflix through my phone services, so through T-Mobile. But
That's like honestly, that's what's up with me. I got through Verizon like a Disney Hulu something package, and we already had one, so we running like two of them.
nah, we killed one. I had Netflix out of pocket when I got the Netflix on what you call them. I killed the other one. I'm not
But
keeping
see,
both. It don't make sense to me.
well, I just say like this: the Disney is what the freebie is. Cause one of them was like Disney, ESPN,
Yeah, because there's
HBO,
multiple things that hold under
right?
Disney. Disney
And then
hold
the
a
other
few
one's like then
things.
on the phone is Disney, Hulu, and somebody else. So you just the Disney getting the free ride. You know what I'm trying to say? And
What
what's
kind of
funny is,
wheels you got, Ryan? I do. We got this really cool place called Crown Custom. They do a great job.
yep,
They take care
they
of all my wheels. This is where I take my wheels. I got one I know is definitely bent, and then I got a little bit of a couple of chips that I need to get fixed. So that's who take care of my wheels, man. Crown Customs. Go see my man Paul. Tell him I sent you. He'll take
What
care
you?
of you.
How bad is the wheel? You got scratches or you got cracks? Or you got
And what wheels? Is it the wheels on the vet or is it wheels on the truck? What wheels are you talking about? But to your point, like if I was able to, oh, I put it to you like this: like I had no problem, and I don't even think I had to do like a verification code. That's the crazy part. When we went to doggone Nice, so we in South of France, Cannes, South of France. I ain't even had to put a code in. Like you didn't, you had to know I was traveling, right?
But it's like, but don't be a house next door or on the
Yeah,
other
don't
side of
you can't
town.
be
They
on the
like
other side of town.
you shutting that down.
Looks like you're about. You look like you're a good 15 miles away from your residence.
Right. That's
Come
a
on,
no,
man,
sir.
quit playing. My uncle asked me his scratches on his summer wheels and got some rash in it. Yeah, I say Crown Custom. Crown Customs do great work, man. They do
Yeah.
phenomenal work. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna promote them all day long. They got a lot of other places out there. You just if you bounce around Facebook enough, there you'll see a ton of different places that have specials and deals. Especially, oh no, we getting past the season for deals. Most of the deals
Yeah.
happen in the fall.
Yep. You kind of
Deal
missing
fall
it.
and winter. They throw all kind of deals out because they try to promote off season business. Um, and a lot of those places is usually like $99 a wheel, depending on what you're getting done. If it's just scratches and road rash, yeah, it should be real simple to fix.
Yeah, man.
Crown Customs, check them out, bro. Tell Paul I sent you. Uh, man, I gotta get my wheels over there so bad. God, ooh, Lord, that's not too bad though. I mean, it looks bad, but it's not too bad. That's actually really fixable. Yeah, that should be simple, man. It shouldn't be hard to handle. Yeah, hit them up, man. Tell them I sent you. They take care of you, man.
Hmm.
And if take them over there to them and let them show them what you got going on, and they'll give you an idea what it could cost. You have 3 on Netflix. They still ask me for a code. Really?
Dude, they be doing that in the house. I be getting frustrated. Like, look,
In the
it's three,
house?
it's three of us in the house watching Netflix on three different TVs. Like, one of us got to put a password in.
Maybe we not hitting our limit here. That's the thing. I know Chris is here now. My daughter's here.
Okay.
She's got some work being done on her condo, so her and the baby are here, right? And but chances are she on her phone, and whatever she has on the television, most of the time is probably for Jade. So I can't say that she's here watching Netflix that much, but the I still don't have that challenge when it's just my wife and I, and it depends on what she's watching too, right? Um, I just don't know what she's watching all the time. When she's watching something and not around me, I'm multitasking most of the time. If I put something on, I got my laptop on my lap and I'm doing 2 or 3 things at the same time most of the time. The only time I'm guaranteed not to be doing that is on date night. Date night is just me and the missus, whatever we doing, focus on at that time. That's it. I don't have any other devices to distract me. Most of the time we watching our show, we eating dinner, and or in conversation, going over stuff or whatever the case may be. But date night is the only time that I don't have that additional distraction. Other than
Gotcha.
that, I'm on my phone. I'm on a laptop. I'm doing probably both of them. I may be on both of them, and with the TV on. I don't know how not to do that. I'm always challenged. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else when I sit in front of a television. Oh, the only other time I might not if I'm watching something with Jade. When I'm with Jade, I don't have a device. So I try to give her 110% of my attention. When we're doing when she grab, come on, pop pop. And she grabbed my hand, we're gonna do something. Device either where it's at or it's in my pocket. I try not to do devices when I'm with Jade. I don't want to be distracted by anything. I want to give her 100% of my attention when we're doing something.
That's cool.
I'm gonna have to I think I thought I shared Crown Customs with you already, Ryan, but I have to do it again. Lefty, thoughts. Man, what you think about them two door uh uh Tahoes, man? Man, I'm looking at this thing right now on Facebook. It's so
Those
stupid.
things are so high,
Ain't they? The
but I'm not
prices
gonna lie
are
to
through the roof. Like
them.
when did they get to be like G bodies?
Years ago, my boy Chuck been looking for one for like since I want to say 2014. Them things been outrageous since then.
They expensive, man. Yeah, man. Take them over there. Let them check it out, bro. It'll do you justice. Look at this thing, bro. Look how pretty this thing is. Look at this color, though.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's the lights I had on my Yukon. I had lights just like I had the clear lights on the front like this. I had them on my Yukon. I had this body style Yukon, except I had a 4 door.
Okay.
I love that truck. That truck was killer. But just like the just like those other things, somebody else wanted more than I did. They got me
Yeah, man.
in Texas. I'm on YouTube and IG. He say he got two phones. He on both of them, bro. I'm listen. I do it all the time, bro. Yeah, I heard those grandkids will have you bruh, bruh. Jay, let me tell you something, bro. I think it's a soft spot is an understatement, especially coming from the lens that I see this whole grandfather process. I am not a disciplinarian. I am not a responsible. I'm not. I'm not the one that's supposed to be responsible. Now I try to keep her from hurting
They didn't
herself.
catch you.
Yeah. My goal is to keep her from hurting herself. That is a priority, right? We don't want to do danger, pain, hurt, yada yada yada. Um, but man, I want her to always imagine having the best experience with Pop Pop. That she do it. She does it too, bro. Let me tell you what she did the other day. It was yesterday. She wanted to go. She wanted to go sneak up in the room and watch some television, but she had to separate herself from her mother and her grandmother because they gonna be like, "No television. You had enough television." Come grab my hand. Come on, Pop Pop. All right, and we walking up to our room. And when her grandmother came over, her Mimi came over there to try to. She's like, no. She took my hand, dropped my hand, and went push Mimi out the way. She's like, just this for me. Pop, pop. Ain't gonna bring me up there talking about she gonna watch Kia or Kaya or whatever the little show she want to watch. Like, Jay, we can't watch that right now, baby. You ain't gonna get. We gonna get in trouble. I said, let's go on, just listen to some of this music, and we gonna just chill out. So we just was hanging out, man. Me and my little mini munchkin. Bro, this 2 door is so nasty, man. I think they are just beautiful. They just find first of all, finding a clean one is a problem, right? That's
Yes.
always a challenge. Um, but even getting close to a clean one is expensive, if that makes sense. They are pricey, bro. They are pricey, very expensive. It doesn't make sense how those things how they maintain such a big old ticket item. Oh wow. Sheesh. I gotta hit Zay up, man. God dog it. I'm supposed to hit that dude back.
Jose.
Yeah, the young Zay. I gotta hit up young Zay, man. I'm supposed to hit my man up. All right, so where we at with this? But I wouldn't mind getting one of these doggone things, but man, I just can't imagine paying for it. That color is beautiful. That color of black cherry all day long. Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that color is
hey.
nice.
Old school color for me, man. I really want a black cherry. I thought about Nardo gray on the old school also. I'm not gonna hold you, but black cherry. Mm, 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 mm. I was looking at what was I? Where was I? Where was I? Was it maybe it was Instagram. Somebody asked about anybody have has anyone ever, explored getting those wheels from like Alibaba or something like that. Now he did compare them to Forgiatos. I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna be able to compare them to Forgiato. Forgiato make their wheels in house, so that's not an
Hmm.
option to compare those. But there's a lot of other companies that get their wheels, as you know, from overseas, right?
Hmm.
Um, did I show you Danny? No, you weren't on here when I saw Danny's wheels. So Danny got his wheels. You had left. I think you had left when he and I were talking. He had got like Andrew, the other guy that when we went to the toy drive. Remember, Danny and Andrew was there, right? Danny got the Beamer. Andrew got the Benz, the white Benz. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? Danny and Andrew? Danny, big Danny. Heavy set Danny. Danny's always at some place where we are.
Talking about the kid was talking about the Beamer issues with you.
Danny's got the Beamer with all the carbon fiber on it. Tons of carbon all over that car. And Andrew got he's got a Benz. He's got the white Benz.
Andrew sounds familiar.
Yeah. You know Danny, man. Danny,
I'm sure
Danny,
I
I
do.
think
I just
Danny
can't think of
drive
pictures.
truck. But Danny always end up someplace where we are. So he had was talking to him about his wheels. So Andy got his wheels from overseas. He got them from China. Ordered them, asked him how he liking them. He's had them now for 2 seasons. He love his wheels. Them wheels are giving him everything he want, not having any problems with them. And it got to the point where Danny was convinced that he's gonna guess where he's gonna get his wheels from. So Danny ordered his wheels. He showed me some pictures of them. He told me how long he's gonna take. He told me how much he paid for them, especially for a custom wheel. These things are beautiful. I'm like, bro, go for it. He said, man, they on their way. He got his wheels. Them wheels look good, bro. Let me see if I can find these wheels. Them wheels look good. It's definitely something to consider. I don't know why you don't remember Danny, man. Danny's been at a bunch of stuff that we've been at.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Of course, he
I'm
ain't
sure
got
that
no
sounds
pictures
true.
of him. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a picture. You gonna recognize? You should recognize this picture at least.
Nope.
You say nope. I need you to remain optimistic.
Optimistic.
Remain optimistic. This car, man, with those wheels, brother, heavy set, Danny.
Mm-mm.
You don't remember this car?
Nope.
Carbon fiber hood. Are you
Uh-uh.
serious? The wheels is the giveaway.
Nope.
How you don't know Danny?
Sorry, man. I let you
Man, I
down.
thought you remember Danny, bro. You met Danny. I just don't understand. We were all at
I'm
that
pretty
show.
sure I met him. I just
So this
remember.
is this is the wheels he got done from overseas. They look good, man. Got them lion wrapped in them lion hearts.
Hmm. It looked like three piece almost.
I think they are 3-piece wheels. I think they look amazing. That's a beautiful wheel. I like that rose gold. Me personally, I want that bronze. I want whatever color that can kind of meld with the interior of my car. If I had like a bronze in the middle with that gunmetal lip, man, that'd be nasty. Or vice versa, honestly. I'm good with that. Gonna find something. I did. I sure did. I sure did. I introduced you to Danny because actually, right after the show left, I was hanging out with Danny and Andrew. So, yep, I sure did. That's his wheels. Man, we ran into them. They were up there on the rooftop with us when we was in Lincoln Square, Lincoln Commons.
I
They
guess
was
I'm
up there
sure.
with us for a while, huh?
I'm sure.
Yeah, see you
I'm
over
sure.
there. You see, IS even remember him. Man, what's wrong with you, man?
I'm sorry. Is just.
Wait, don't say nothing bad about my buddy.
I'm not saying is. Is know people.
Yeah, IS get out though. He been getting out there and meeting
Right.
folk.
He know
I ain't mad
people.
at him for that. IS get out there and meet folk, man. That brother be grinding.
People be talking. I meet a lot of people, but you know
He
how that be.
took he took a trophy. He took trophies in the um last two Tuna Gallerias.
Nope. Didn't even
As a
stay for
matter
that
of fact, Andy took best Benz and at the last Tuna Galleria.
wasn't at the presentation.
Yeah, me either. You ain't the only one. Golly, man, I thought you knew that guy, man. I thought you remembered
I'm,
him.
I'm,
You know him. You
I
just
know
don't
him. I
know.
probably don't remember him. Yeah,
You
like I
don't
said,
remember him.
I'm
He was
sorry.
definitely in that video too at Tuna Galleria. I rode up on him. Oh, so there we go.
You,
Maybe that's what I need to do. Let me see if I can pull that up for you so you can see. Once you meet some people, it's easy to forget a lot of You just let them go. Like I ain't doing this. I don't have to keep you taking up space in my brain. You
so I
got
know
to
too
go.
many people. I know too many people, man. I mean,
I get it, man. I get it. Oh, I gotta look at this dog on video. This dude, 5 to the 10. Definitely got to see that video. I gotta play catch up on a bunch of videos. I gotta watch your videos. Good lord.
you ain't missing none.
Nah, yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. You make some good content. I want to check that out. Let me see if I can find this so I can show you what I'm talking about. I know I got that last Tuna Galleria that I went to. I didn't participate in. I did film his car. I filmed both of their cars. I filmed their cars at a few shows. We spent all that time on that roof. I'm telling you, bro. You just you probably multitasking. That's why you don't remember.
That ain't even it. I'm just telling you, I don't remember the man. The name sound familiar, so that part I can't lie. It's just I can't put a face to it right now.
What else did we see him? We saw him at the. No, you didn't go to that one. You came late to that show, so I can't say that. The legit just street cars and coffee. He was there. They were there. Let me see. I can't remember if I filmed them though. I think I did. I must have filmed them. What was the other one I said at the? They're always at Rex's event. What was the other thing that I said? Tuna Galleria.
Yeah, you said Tuna Galleria.
Yup, Tuna Galleria. See if I can find that part of the video, man. Turn that down. I was walking around. That's when I ran across, stumbled upon. Here we go.
Said the guy who was parked behind Catfish.
In that same area. They were all in the same area.
Yep, don't remember. He was like, man, you remember AB? Don't know that dude.
Don't know that dude. Ape.
He was
Hold
like,
up.
he was with us the last. Like, are you sure?
You sure? I don't know about
I don't
that.
remember that dude. It's like he was at the event with us. He was filming. He had the camera. Everybody had cameras.
He had the camera.
He had the camera.
Oh Lord. You remember the guy with the camera.
He was the only one taking pictures while everybody was shooting videos. Like,
And he
oh,
had
that
a
dude?
hat on.
He was right. He had the hat on.
That's right. Which one was out here too? IS is over there. Go Danny right there. See, you don't remember Danny, man?
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
That's Danny right there.
Like I said, I didn't know that was his
And-
car.
oh, okay.
Like
That's
I said,
Danny.
I just couldn't like you show me the car. I'm like, yeah, I can't put a face to that. But yes, I remember Danny. He was with us at the toy drive, and
Yes.
then we was with him somewhere else. Like I
There
said, I'm
go
sure the
Danny.
name sound familiar. I just never seen him with his car.
That's Danny. Yes. When I first met him, I met him in at the in Barrington at that we had a some it was something in Barrington. Maybe it was the all German event. I was like, I think I still had the 300 when I met him, and for the first time. And this car, he had this car. It wasn't even close to what it is right now. He built this thing to something amazing. Tons of forged carbon everywhere, man. Oh, look at my guy. Tons of forged carbon all over the place, man.
I get it. Like I said, I remember Danny. I
Go
just
over
didn't
here,
know that was
man.
his
It's
car.
like a big old reunion at Tuna Galleria. Tons of folk you run across. I was hoping that the other video of old dude of Andy. Let me see if I can find Andy. See if we can.
See, now I see his car. I never forget his car.
Yeah, you know, it's now it's stuck in your brain. You know,
Right.
you're never gonna forget. Oh Lord, it's towards here. I walked past his car back over here. Uh, 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 I must have passed it. I don't know if I filmed this car that well because his car was over on the other side. I think I snuck around because I was trying to sneak up on Catfish. Nah, but they're two really cool guys, man. They got some really nice cars. When we were at, you remember where we parked at when we before all the filming? Nah, you ain't gonna remember. I'm not gonna even do this to myself. I'm not gonna do it to myself
I
because
just
we
gonna
was
remember
on
that
that.
car.
Remember, we was on that little bit of a lower level when we was at Lincoln Commons. This was before we went up. When everybody left and went up, and Nikki and Tony was still there,
Yeah,
and
on
you and
the
I
little
we
bit lower
parked
level.
down on that lower. Andy car was on the other side. It was that white Benz slammed to the ground. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. My bad.
No, I'm trying to remember because I got a faint vision because I also remember a red Beamer that was up there taking pictures too. So
Yeah, but you saw, you do know his car. You've met him before. You just got to see it. I think if you saw it, it'll make sense. But yeah, you ain't
yeah,
gonna remember. We'll
yeah.
leave it alone. It's okay.
Back then, I wasn't really trying to meet people.
It wasn't that long ago.
That was like 2 years ago, man.
Bro, we see all these cats, man, like several times over and over again. I don't know why you saying you didn't know. You didn't want to meet people back then. It's all the same folk.
Back then, man, I wasn't trying to get them like that.
She said, don't worry, fool. I'll make you. Listen, man. Listen. We see the. It was crazy is, bro. It's this car scene or community up here, those who in that little niche, it's hard not to know these guys. It's like
See,
they end up at almost all the same places.
see, the problem is this right here, and this is the thing. We are in, and I was just say this not like a bad thing, but we are in two different demographics. So I go to a lot of supercar, more high end shows, but I still hit the hood shows, and
He don't do a lot of hood shows.
I have to remember a lot of people in the hood shows more than I have to remember people in the supercar community. So it's like you said, so it's like it's so many people. So when you start saying stuff like my mind, unless I can really picture the car,
Yeah, it
be like,
just
yeah, with
ain't
the
gonna make
BMW with the forged carbon. You know how many
sense.
BMWs I see with a forged carbon in the supercar community? So it
The
has to,
point,
like he said,
the
that's why he
point
was like, remember these wheels. It has to be like one thing that
that's something
differentiates.
that to me, this wheels was significant. I think the wheels
Yeah,
was
yeah.
enough. I thought
Like
would
I
be
said,
enough to make you remember because
but
I don't know
I never saw him with
nobody
his
else with
car.
those wheels.
I never saw him with his car. But like you said, if you like said, Danny will always talking about the M series problems.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, because I
and
only
his
know
car is
two
called
people.
Faux M. It's not a real M. It's a fake M.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, I only know two people that talk about M problems, AB and Danny.
Yeah,
Them the only people I know that talk about M problems.
yeah.
And they go into very detailed conversations like, yeah, tell your whole transaction when the first screw falls out, not the second one, but the first one with the loose nut. Like they go into very detailed information. So that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. So you remember people like that.
yeah. No, you're right. They definitely make an impression without a doubt.
Right.
Definitely makes an impression. Let me see.
So it's like, yeah, and I hate to say it, like you remember people by their cars more than you do for, unless they just stand out.
Yeah.
Like you remember Catfish because of the shorts, and he always got on a shirt that says Catfish.
I'm messing with
Like
you.
I ain't never seen
I'm
Catfish
not
without a
messing
shirt
with
that
you
say
with catfish
no,
shorts,
no, I'm
bro.
being real. No, real talk. Real talk. I can't say that. But I was gonna say I've never seen Catfish without a shirt that say Catfish.
He always have on.
100%.
He always
He
have
always
on
have
his gear. He always have on
his
his
gear.
merch.
I've never. I don't even think Catfish own another shirt when it's car season. Like real talk.
Um.
I don't think he own. Like I don't think he even wear any other clothes unless it says Catfish.
Yeah, he represents his brand well. I think he does promote his brand real well. Everywhere he go, that's what you're gonna see.
You
You're
gonna
gonna
see?
see him in his gear, one way
Yeah.
or the other. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
So that's what I'm saying. Like so, like yeah, like like I like the only time I've ever in my life seen Catfish without a Catfish shirt on. He still had a Catfish hat on, but he had without a Catfish shirt on.
He gonna always have merch on. He gonna have always
Yeah.
gonna have something on that represents his brand.
When we was at Reggie's shop that one time and he came late talking about he went to the bank.
He came in gear. I think
Yeah.
he had
I'm
the
like
hoodie
so,
on, right?
yeah, I feel like you never see without anything on that say Catfish. So it's just like and that's not a knock. I'm just saying. So
Mm-mm.
it's like you have to
I
stand
know
out.
what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. He does stand out, and it's
Yeah.
he again he represents his brand. Every time
And then,
everywhere he goes, he's gonna have
and then,
something on of his brand, and he's gonna show it.
yeah, and
Ain't
that's
mad
all
at
I'm
him.
saying. It's like so like even IS before I met IS, they was like the dude always on the bike. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
But I knew what they was talking about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Dang, I
It's like
didn't
yeah,
film it.
because he was like, you know IS. I was like, I don't know IS. He's like, you
Yeah,
know IS. I was like, I do
yeah.
not know IS. He's like, dude, be on the bike. I'm like, oh, I know IS. So I'm just being. It's like everybody got their own little,
Little niche, man.
their little niche.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with
So
you. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I
so yeah,
truly get it. Nah, it's and these cats I talk to, they come up to me and we rap. We always see each other at all these different things. So you know me, man. You be avoiding people sometime, and I be meeting people. So it's you're like, man, I don't want to talk to him. I be like, bro, he's cool though. But yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm just and the thing about it is, and the funny thing about it is, like you meet people and then you start meeting them in different locations too.
That's the
Like that
thing.
part.
That part. Like I met Danny. The first place I met him was Tuna Galleria. No, first place I met him was um at the what you call him at the Arboretum. There was
Okay.
a all German show there. Then I met him at Tuna Galleria. Ran across him at Tuna Galleria. He had his car in. He did well. He when he brought his car there, he was still doing work to it. Matter of fact, he was doing installs and finishing his car at Tuna Galleria. Still working it out. And he took a trophy. I don't think he's ever gone to Tuna Galleria and not taken a trophy. Um so he took a trophy then. That's when I met actually met he had his other partner with him then. I met No, I met Andy there because Andy had his car there in the show. No, let me back up. I'm trying to remember where I remember seeing Andy's car first. No, it was at the Galleria because he had a for sale sign on it. He was selling his car at first, and he ended up not selling it. Decided to keep it, put some more money and time into it. His car is, he's competing well and taking trophies, and it presents very well. His car looks good. That little Benz is nice, and he enjoys his little car. Put the wheels on it, got that thing looking good. Had me on there looking at them doggone wheels on. I didn't buy my wheels. Wheels from China. Because they got some nice setups, man. If you look at some of the stuff they have, it's like, man, they got some heat over here. You can get whatever you want, whatever color you want, have them done and come straight over. And these things are strong. Your boy, and he literally, uh, he said he ain't never had a problem with it. He drive his car too. He gets out there and run that car, drive that car. He ain't never had a problem with it. So I don't know, man. Don't seem like the worst idea in the world. I've made some bad decisions before, but this don't seem like the worst.
I feel you.
We'll see. We may have to explore this. Explore this. Talking about end problems, man. I had to put oil in my car today. Light came on. It lasted a long time though. I'm doing better than it did in the beginning. End
Yeah,
problems.
that's the M
Consumption.
problems, man. When
Consumption
that
is
light
definitely
come
an end problem. Not gonna hold you. Big time. Definitely an end problem. It's consumption. But it's you catch it, all you gotta do is go on and throw your little quarter up in there, you good to go. It lasted
Yep.
a long time. Last time I checked it, it was working its way down. I saw it. But it literally notified me today. Had that extra oil from the last purchase. I got one still in the back of the car, so I should be fine. I think I should be fine until the next oil change. I should be fine until the next oil change. I think so. Most creative and real people to come together. We have a good time, man. One thing I liked about the community up here, you got some interesting folk. Don't get me wrong. I think for the most part, um, we've run across a lot of really, really cool people,
Yeah.
um, and also I find that when our guys are together, when the bros are together, a lot more people gravitate towards us. We actually draw the crowd. Um, which is kind of fun and kind of cool because we just be in our space and we having a good time and it's infectious. People want to be a part of what's hot, what's happening, what's cool. So we draw a lot of people around us sometime, man, because we get to be loud, we get to do crazy stuff. People pay attention to us, man.
Hmm.
Sometimes they really pay attention. And we have a good time, man. And because we enjoy each other's company and we, do what we do, it's always a great time. This community has been unlike any other car community I've ever had to deal with. They got a lot of crabs in a barrel. You go different places, you're gonna find different kind of folk. New Orleans is a little different too. Um, New Orleans kid me because you have cats and look, and me and three, he will contest 75, 750. 750 had August something. Okay. It's BMWs, man. I think it's just the BMW thing. They just do that, man. It's the way they built. Now, me like Cody contested this, man. You got people in New Orleans, man. They not everybody gonna give you props like that. Like you ain't gonna always get love, and you gonna have somebody that might be hating on you a little bit. And all they got on their car that look good is wheels. That's it. Everything else gonna be trash.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they got on that car that look good is wheels, and they got noise in the car, and they still gonna hate on you. They ain't gonna. Everybody ain't gonna show you love. That's just New Orleans, though, man. It's just the way some of them cats are built different, man. It ain't that they don't like you. It's just that they just don't feel like they need to give you that kind of props. Everybody ain't like that, man. It's different, man. But that, again, this community, man, I see a little bit differently. At least so far. Look, he laughing. I up here, you still run across some of that. It's not as prevalent. It's just not as common. And there's so many different people that's into these cars up here versus at home. The scene ain't that big. It's not as big as it is up here. And again, I haven't really dug into the scene for a minute. It might be bigger now, but look, see, straight up, crabs in a bucket. Some people just don't want to see you win,
Mm-hmm.
but it happens up here. Oh man, I see so much more love up here. Now the people that probably ain't gonna show you no love, most cases they sitting back. They only trying to get love. They just want hear you talk about their car. That's all they want here. They ain't gonna talk about nobody else's car. They just want you to talk about their car.
Yep.
That part right there. I've been to all German car shows. I've been to old school shows. I've been to hood shows. I've been to supercar shows. I've been to you name it. They got some people ain't gonna walk up there and show you no love, but they want to hear you talk about their car. They just gonna sit back and chill and wait for you to come and talk about their car. Music wheels, maybe paint. Listen, you gotta understand, Lefty. They might have a green car with a yellow door, one yellow door, and they still gonna be on some. The wheels gonna be worth more than the car, and the sound gonna be beating through the trunk gonna be rattling, falling apart a little bit. And they listen, and they're gonna be driving that car fast and hard. They're gonna pull up fast and hard and leave fast and hard. These knuckleheads be driving crazy, man. They walk like something always bothering them. They moving around like they gotta pee. That's just the way they are, man. They're just a little different back at home, man. They move a little different. Baton Rouge has a car scene these days. Car scene. Really? I got family in Baton Rouge too. I still got some family out there. I got to catch up with them, man. I wanted to when we were supposed to do that cruise down there. We were supposed to stop in Baton Rouge too. Holler at my family down there before we head up to Texas. At least that was the plan. That part, they leave a puddle everywhere they go because they drive them hard.
They working on something. They
They
going
working
somewhere.
on that what you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
They working on something. Yeah, they working on trying to tear that thing up.
Come here, because your food is in here. Stop yelling at me. Here, let's go.
Don't think she hungry.
Talking about the dog. Cowboys in the suburban. Lord have mercy. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna get no love like that in New Orleans. They got some Dallas fans in New Orleans, but they got Cowboy fans in New Orleans. But nah, you ain't gonna get that same kind of love, man.
Them cowboy fans.
Cowboy fans get hate everywhere they go though.
Mm-hmm. They got Eagle fans now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't care where you are, Cowboy fans. Still, I think they the most loved and hated team
Mm-hmm.
because it's not just the people from the Dallas. They're everywhere. Dallas fans are everywhere. They got people that just love the Cowboys just because. But they're the most hated and the most loved team. I think that's Dallas. Yeah, last Cars and Coffee, the supercars came out from McLarens to Ferraris. That was in Dallas. I know they got some. I know they definitely got some. They got some change in Dallas, money wise. I don't think a lot of people want to do that stuff in New Orleans because they're ignorant. New Orleans, they just ignorant, man. You just they're just ignorant, man. From Shreveport to New Orleans, all we heard was who that and the Saints. That's just pretty much it. Pretty much it. Most of the city loved it. Most of the city loved their team. But you all, it's like anywhere you go, you're gonna always have those one offs that like other teams that ain't gonna like the home team because they still hurt from the ain't days. I figured as much in Baton Rouge. They got a little bit more money in Baton Rouge, right? A little bit more aristocratic. The city just unfortunately, we got a lot more knuckleheads in the city of New Orleans, and I'll be leery about what that looks like. Honestly, if there's no security around my car, what it looks like to have that car in the city, because you might get tried. Somebody gonna want to try you. You gotta be careful, especially if you don't look like you belong. Oh Lord, man. Yeah, they're gonna try you. They're gonna try you. They're gonna try you. They're gonna try you. It's New Orleans, man. It's a big little city. A little big city, should I say. You can get anywhere in the city of New Orleans in 30 minutes, barring traffic. Any part of the city in 30 minutes. Can't do that in Chicago. Chicago, the downtown Chicago is big. Bigger is probably bigger than New Orleans as a whole. Our little downtown is that big. Like it ain't big at all. You go to a real city where you can see a big downtown, it changes. It changes the way you look at what you think is big. I thought New Orleans was, I thought it was big, but until I left, you go see something else. You realize, man, this ain't no big city. Baton Rouge got a nice big rim scene. Yeah, they do. They actually do. They used to truckload slim. Yeah, they got a really nice. They got a nice big real scene. They got actually a pretty dope bike scene too, motorcycle scene. Real dope motorcycle scene. They got some nice. They got some heat down there, man. They got some heat. You got a better chance of seeing a lot more of that stuff down in Baton Rouge than you would in the city. People pass through the city. Um,
They don't trust y'all.
yeah, no, they don't. I don't blame them.
So
I
you don't blame them.
don't blame them, dog. I don't blame them, dog. People was getting jacked at gas stations, bro. You can't go just get gas without somebody coming and try to take your car. New Orleans was crazy, bro. And it was kids, children, like teenagers taking your car. The mayor tightened up on the car scene in New Orleans, so it shifted to Baton Rouge. Man, that chick is so crazy. She almost as bad as your girl out there in Dalton.
Straight up.
They got all kind of little controversies. She like to travel, and she'll travel on a government dime, on the city's dime, in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
maybe that's
First
her role
class,
model.
staying in a nice hotel. That chick is something else, man. She got
Maybe
her
that's
little share. What'd you say?
maybe that's her role model.
Right. Somebody's learning from somebody. I'm just saying.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
They somebody learn, and that's what I was talking about. They got elections going on tonight. So the elections for Dalton, re-election for mayor is tonight. So your girl trying to get her ticket in again. Over the new Bronco. Oh, only to avoid the electrification, I take the new Bronco. I think the new Bronco is a killer, especially if they done right. with the wheels, the whole nine. I like the new Bronco, and it's usable. You can actually use that truck to do what it's supposed to do. There's after I learned a lot about that car at the car show last year. It's modular. Like you dent a panel, you just go buy another panel. Them panels pop on and off like it ain't nothing. Body shop days are over for body shops or having to have to go to a body shop to get that stuff done. You can do it all yourself. It's really, really simple. This is the reason why I was looking at the new Broncos because they are actually very user friendly. The only thing it was missing for me is power. They don't have enough power for me. It's a great run around the city, great to like, having that Jeep feel, and I do quotey fingers when it comes to the Jeep feel because you can take the doors off, the roof, the whole nine with the same thing, except with Jeep you lose mirrors, you lose some other stuff when you start being modular. In my opinion, I think the Bronco also gives you way more comfort. Jeeps are small. Have you been? You sit in a Jeep, they are tiny on the inside. You cannot get really comfortable. That Bronco, you can actually get pretty comfortable
Yeah.
all day long. I'll have to say the Bronco. I like Hummers. I think they're nice, especially the new ones. I think they look good, but electrification, like you got to charge it. Like I don't want that. I'm getting that Bronco, turn the key and go to the gas, fill up and keep it moving. I don't want to have to worry about plugging nothing in. And they cool. They crab walk the whole nine. Nah, I'm good. I remember when people were jacking, people were red. Like, yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. At red lights, you name it. New Orleans is crazy, man. You gotta put a fuel relay. Yeah, man. Either the fuel relay or the ignition relay. You gotta get fuel relay, ignition relay, club, pedal blocker. You gotta do everything. They're innovative. They try to figure it out. They will try to figure it out, man. They would try to figure out. I had a G body stole at home. They stole my cutlass. Boy, that's one of the sickest feelings in the world. If you've ever had a car stolen, you out
Mm-hmm.
and about, you come out, you thinking you parked in the wrong place. Maybe I parked over here. My stomach was
Knowing you ain't
telling me.
park over there.
I know. My stomach was telling me, man, your car gone. Why are you playing like you still got a car? Your car gone, man. Stole my car in New Orleans East. Went to the movie theaters. I came out, my car was gone. And back in the day, G bodies, man, they did screwdriver, tear that steering wheel up, that steering column, to do whatever
Mm-hmm.
they do to get in there, and then use that screwdriver to turn that thing and start it. Had your car. It would take nothing to take that car from you. All day long, man. Leave the electric. Yes, indeed, man. I don't want to be bothered with them, bro. If I can avoid it, I don't think there's anything right now that really would draw me to electrification. I don't mind electric assist because it means I still got a petrol engine in it. Um, man, man. Some of the hybrids, man, increase your mileage. You still got a gas engine. It doesn't force you to have to plug it in. And they got plug-in hybrids. You still don't have to plug it in, but you lose the hybrid capabilities. I don't know if do they plug-in hybrids is generally literally just that. You have to plug it in. You don't get regen, do you? From braking? Do you know?
You do, but it's not. It's not as consistent. It's not consistent like the regens without it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So
Like I drove a BMW with it, and or like even my favorite car, the i8. It's a
yeah,
plug-in hybrid. You get it builds side back up, but it don't do it like my Santa Fe.
gotcha,
You know
gotcha.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, because so the plug-in hybrid, although it does have regen, is not as efficient as a straight up hybrid car.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, that was a sickening feeling when they took Boosted Lucky's car. I felt sorry for that dude as well, man. especially to have someone so popular that built his channel. He built this channel so fast, and he was a guy that I was following heavy, because remember Boosted started with a Pentastar. So he started building his car from a Pentastar. He had that V6. It was him and another guy, the Marine dude from Texas, that I was following with these Pentastars, these V6s, and what they were doing with their cars. And it was getting some crazy power from those cars. That's when Boosted Lucky just took it to the next level, man. He got rid of that and went and bought bought the big motor car and took it to the next level. There was somebody else that I was watching that had a Pentastar. God, what's my guy name? But he was in like the Philly area, either Philly or Pennsylvania, not Philly or someplace. I'm trying to remember where he was. He also had a Pentastar that he boosted, and he fell off the map. Like channel was doing well, he just fell off. There was a few cats out there that was building these Pentastars, man, with that, either with the that supercharger kit that they had out there for him that I was following. But Boosted Lucky was one of the guys that I first started following because of that. He was telling how to make it work, man. He was putting it together and showing you how to make that thing do what it do. And he was making crazy power. Like, it wasn't making Hellcat power, but SRTs couldn't touch it. Start and stop. I know, right? I turn that crap off all the time. I cannot stand my car sound like it turns off. I have no idea. I'm literally gonna code it out. That's what I need to do. I'm gonna code it out because I don't want it. I don't need it. I definitely don't want it to come on automatic. They took riding dirty. Really, man. See, that's that part, man. You can't have nothing. Again, the goal is to get something. I think any and everything can be subject to getting taken. I believe that. You just got to try to be vigilant and do the right thing. Put the right things in place to keep you from being a victim as best as you can. That's the best thing I can say. That's the best thing I can say. Like when I was talking to Paul, he said, "Folk, man, they started using the same tactics that they use on those Hellcats to take C7 and C8s and the 6th gen Camaros. Like they're not even uh they're not even completely void of being a victim now. Like you
Nope.
got to be kidding me. You just got to put the right things in place. So he showed me some things I can do to make sure I keep that thing safe when I'm out and about. And I think about some of the places that we've been, bro. We stayed in a hotel, left them cars out the whole nine. But you know what? Every place that we stayed, at least when we went out, it wasn't like common areas. It wasn't like real common areas. We was off the beaten path every time.
Right.
I called in the house and asked my wife if she took my truck. She said she called the house. Yes, indeed. She was the household. Lord have mercy. Nah, man, that's one of them things. Again, that's the stomach turner for me. That's not fun to come out and yo ish gone. Every time I see them videos, man, of people running up on folk taking their cars, like what would you do type beat, either when they run into the front of their house and taking their car. But if you notice, man, everybody normally in these big city areas, real well, seriously populated areas, right? Being a little bit off the beaten path. I mean, I wouldn't put it past anybody. It's always possible, but they got to know what they're looking for. Somebody got to at least follow. Got to have been for me, have followed me where I'm at, and know where I live at.
Right.
Like that, and that's even if the car is outside. That's the other thing, right? But they have to have followed me to know where I live at. If anybody following me and I know and I pay attention, I don't understand how anybody can be followed and not know that they're being followed. I don't even get that. I don't get it. My community is one way in, one way out. So if somebody following me to my community, I am not going to my house. I'll stop in front of somebody else's house and get out that car with that pistol in my hand. Especially if I know you've been following me too long and you turn in the community. Bro, we got 22 houses over here. I pretty much know all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You roll up on me like that, I'm gonna stop, let you go by me. And if you stop where I stop, I'm getting out with that thing in my hand. It's about to go down. But I'm not going to my house. I'm not gonna do it in front of my house. I'll be on the whole other side of the community and doing that crap. But you ain't gonna get your boy slipping. No, no, no. If they want it bad enough, they will get it. Get it. Yeah, get them unfortunate. You're right. Folk that want it bad enough, they're gonna do whatever it takes to do what they need to do to get it. It ain't nothing's 100% foolproof. It's always possible, man. Need a train horn alarm on the end of the vehicle. I don't know if that'll stop anybody. Because if they want it, they're gonna figure out how to turn that horn off and get that car.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? Does that factor in determining what you purchase in the future? It does. To some degree, it does. Like we started this conversation off talking about that Trackhawk.
Yep.
They're still too hot, man. In my opinion, I don't see a benefit of getting a car that I don't even feel comfortable going anywhere in. Like I could go anywhere in that BMW. I feel like I can go anywhere in that vet and feel good, feel cool. You got Mopar? And I think, whatever's going on now with some of the stuff that they're doing on the GM side of the house, I think it does challenge how I feel to have that thing. But you put the right measures in place, it ain't going nowhere. I got that doggone, what you call them in there? That throttle response controller. I could turn it off. Turn the pedal off. You get in it. You might start it, but you ain't going nowhere. That pedal is turned off. That's one factor that you can always use to keep your car from leaving you, but it doesn't change the fact that they can't break that. They're gonna break your glass and they're gonna start your car.
Well, you did you watch the video you sent me
Which one?
about him stealing them cars?
Yeah. I
I got
sent
a
the video.
video.
You don't think I watched the video?
I'm just saying, because even in that, he was talking about that on that. He was like, it'll slow you down, but it won't stop him.
Well, it depends. What you talking about? The throttle response controller?
Yeah.
Oh no. If you turn the pedal off, they can't move the car unless they tow it.
No, bro. He
If
was
they
talking about
tow it,
that.
they good. The throttle response controller can turn the pedal off. You can't even rev the engine.
What your man sat there and said is when they all get in, when they get in, and depending on when they get in your car, because he's like, I usually come prepared. And
Yeah,
if I can't get in and out, and like he's like 2 minutes is a long time, 4 minutes max.
yeah, that's that video I sent you. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. So he mentioned that that people feel like they do these like in a list of things he said that people try to do to deter them.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, we'll just leave and come back, and we usually figure it out the second time we coming back. We'll make it look like we've never been there.
Yeah.
So it's not. So it's not. So that's the part that got me, because he's like, look, how they getting in the car, because he ain't breaking the glass. You will never know he been in there. He'll just come back. But the second time he come back, he getting it because he figured out what it was. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like it's a deterrent.
So so here's the thing with the
Because he's
throttle
like,
response controller.
because
So
when
throttle
he said
response
this,
controller is very different than it's its own thing. Let me just say that. And where
yeah,
I see it being a complete deterrent, unless you have my cell phone, which is Bluetooth to the controller,
Right.
or you have time to disconnect the device and
At the pedal.
at the pedal.
And that's what you sat there and said. He said, because usually what happens is people store it in the same location. So when they figure out the car it won't move, they look in a certain area because everybody stores the same thing in the same location. You know what I'm trying to
Oh,
say?
but here's the thing: with solar, there's no device, so there's nothing you can do manually to do unless they actually take or disconnect the interrupt from the pedal, and you got to take the
Right.
pedal off to take it off and change it. You can't do it without taking the pedal off. So unless, and the only reason why I say that's a deterrent because
It
you
takes
said it.
time.
How quickly do they? That dude talked about how fast they want to be in and out and how fast
Yeah.
they work. They ain't gonna have time to be messing with the pedal.
But like no, but like I said, but he talked about it on he actually mentioned the I don't
Like
say like the
pedal
certain
commander
performance.
and some of those things
Yeah.
because you
But
can't take that thing out and still control it. It is the brain. Solar is not the brain. It's just what you call them. And you got to, unless he getting in there with one of those little things that he gonna try to find a wire and then plug it in and then turn the pedal on, then he got it. He deserved that car.
hey, like I said, the man mentioned it though.
He came prepared.
Cause literally, that's all you say. He's like, if we coming for it, we coming for it. Like that's the thing. So that's the thing I want the people to understand. Like in my video is, if they're targeting your car for a specific reason, they're coming to get it. They gonna figure it out. Cause he was like, it's only a certain list of things that can stop it. So the first time we come, we gonna hit this, and this. If it ain't this, we know the next time we come back, it's one of three options. You know what I'm trying to say?
And that's who said that? Me and Three said that. Cody said that. Man, if they want it bad enough, they gonna get it.
They gonna
No
get it.
matter what. Look, if they want it bad enough, like you said, they gonna come, they gonna spot it or do whatever they're gonna do to plot on the car. Okay, I see he did this. I ain't got time to get it now. I'm coming back.
Yeah. And the part that's the killer is because they getting in there. Or like you said, the part that's the killer is like most of the time they getting in your car, even if they don't take it,
They getting in
they
like they
get
got a
in
key.
like they got a key, and you don't even know they've been in there. So when you thought, so you might have deterred them, and you never knew you deterred them. You know what I'm trying to say? So then one is a car cover.
With the
Honestly,
one that,
man,
that got the cable that go under the car and you got the lock on it. That is
yeah, you
right.
got to hook it. Honestly, the number one car to torrent, man, I hate to say it, is the Viper. It's like but it's the old school Viper that talk when you get near it, like you're too close to the vehicle. Step back.
Something that audibly deters,
Audible.
that's going to make noise and
Yes,
keep them away from your car.
literally. Because watching that video, man, like I said, I had to make a video after I watched that video,
That
and I
video
haven't
was
edited.
good, bro.
Yeah, and
That
I
that
haven't
was a
put that
good video. That dude, he told all the secrets.
out. All the secrets.
He told
Like
all the secrets, man.
he told stuff I wasn't even telling, and I knew. I'm like, it's like I ain't trying to make nobody look at me funny. You know what I'm
He
trying to say?
told all the secrets, man.
He
I
told
don't know
all.
nothing. I ain't no car thief. I don't know nothing about that stuff. But when I was, I became a student watching that video, and what it did was for me not to become a thief, but to become, I'm work in information security. So part of learning how to protect what you have is knowing what the bad actors are looking for.
Yeah,
So he helped me make decisions on how to deter. And that video, Paul gave me sent me that video. So after I talked to him about them having a car stolen from the dealership, when I went to
yeah,
pick my car up, he had my car. He had my car inside the dealership on lockdown.
yeah.
He had three things on it. Something on the steering wheel and the pedal. He had
Mhm.
something a lock on the OBD2, and he pulled one of the what you call them, the relays from under the hood.
Yep.
Like he had that car on lockdown inside the dealership, lockdown because
And
them cats was coming in there stealing cars from inside the dealership.
that's the thing, man. It's like people don't
That's
understand, and
crazy, man.
and it's not. And here's the thing about it, like, don't take this the wrong way. I was saying that back in 2008, They have made it too easy because in 2008 we were getting like what upsets me the most is I'm just gonna say this to you is when dealerships tell you they can't get a second key
Wow.
because
Wow.
I'm just saying like like you go buy a car like we only got one key, the key costs too much to get a second key. No, it don't. Like we were working with locksmiths back then getting keys made to cars.
All you
They
need is the
still
VIN.
all you need is the VIN.
That's
And
all you
he'll
need
come
is
out
the VIN.
program right on the spot.
Hmm.
And they wouldn't like I said, and it wasn't hard to get them. So they make it say like, oh yeah, you got it. It's gonna cost you like $600 to program it because it's a Lexus. No, dude, coming out like give me 10 minutes.
I mean, now here's the thing: knowledge is the power, right? So
Yep.
because they know what it takes to reprogram them things, that was easy for them. That video taught me that they use the same equipment that those digital locksmiths use,
Yeah.
and they carry extra keys on them for all the
That, that
different makes. I'm like, what?
and that's the thing, and that's what part of people understand because it's like I think that's the part they really don't understand is that when they like you said, oh, we need access to the VIN number, we set it in, and they carrying the key because it's a universal unlock. That's what
Oh,
people don't understand.
they have a Dodge key, they have a Chevy key, they
Yeah,
have all the
I'm just,
different keys.
but I'm just saying it's a universal unlock.
What?
To get in the car, you have to program the key to the car to keep using it. But like you said, once you get in and program it, and you can start it with I'll program the key later.
Yeah, all you got to
You
do
know,
is program. All you got to do is provide yourself with enough access to get to that OBD2 where you can
yep,
start the car. Once it's running, you gone.
you go.
You can deal with a key. You can get keys later. And
And it's
based
that
on
part.
what he was saying, what they use them cars for, they ain't trying to get no key. They using it for whatever they need to do with it, and then they treat it like they get rid
Yeah.
of it. It's
And
trash.
and,
That
and
stuff.
and it's that part. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's why I said that's what makes it even more interesting because
Man,
when he was like he sat there and said, man, it makes you look at Facebook Marketplace different too.
it
But
does. Oh my god, I can't tell you how many motors I looked at on Facebook Marketplace.
yeah,
It
I'm
does.
telling you. But it's like I said,
It
but
does.
it's the factor that it's the factor that like he sat there and said, and I've known about a lot of that stuff just from the how can I say it, from the motorcycle community because the car community with that is like 25% of the motorcycle community. Like the motorcycle community is 75% worse. You get what I'm trying to say? The car community is like
Yeah.
25% of what the motorcycle. So for the motorcycle community, all that stuff he was sitting there saying is so common. You know what I'm trying to say? Like honestly, it was one point in Chicago. I promise you, probably if you saw if you went to a bike event, one out of every four bikes was legal.
Yeah, you know how easy it was to steal a motorcycle back in the
Yeah,
day?
I'm just like, yeah,
All
it's
you
just
needed
like
was
it
a
was crazy.
screwdriver. Literally, all you needed was a screwdriver. That's it. I had guys in my neighborhood back in the day. They used to steal bike. That's how I learned how to. I
Yeah,
learned how to ride motorcycles on stolen motorcycles. They used to steal
yeah.
them all the time.
But like I said, but when I was in the community, it was people stealing bikes, like he said, and they was washing them. So they was washing them for clean titles. And that's
Oh
why I'm like,
wow,
wait,
so
you
they
need
was
to
taking them and wow.
yes. And that's what I'm saying. It was like and it was like I said, it was a I almost want to say like a hobby, but that's how much people was making their money because it's like they'll steal them all summer. Wintertime come, they'll wash them all and be selling bikes all spring.
Literally, the guys that I knew that stole bikes, they stole them for the pure joy of being able to ride them. That's it.
Not in Chicago.
God. Yeah, but
Not in
that's tough.
Chicago.
These Southern boys, they ain't trying to move no bikes. If they were to move them, they won't move them it was too small. You stole a bike in New Orleans, man, somebody gonna know that bike. You ain't gonna be able to do too much with that bike. It's too small. Unless it's a
Yeah.
real common bike. Everybody got it.
Dude, these dudes just go out to like bike week with U-Haul trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I know. I'm familiar with that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Back when I rolled for a little while. Um, and when you saw how that community can be affected by bikes,
Yeah.
everybody that I was with, and I was riding one of my buddies' bikes for the most part, most of the time. I did not have my own bike. I rode with one of their bikes. I started riding one of my uncle bikes when I was in high school. When I moved out in Slidell, there was a period of time when I was riding a buddies of mine bikes. He had an extra. He had Hayabusa. He was riding most of the time a 600, and we never went anywhere and left those things unattended. Like literally, riding was riding. We rode until we were exhausted. We went back. We stopped maybe someplace. We never went someplace where we were indoor. You got food where it was outdoor. And kept it moving. So we never
Yep.
ever left a bike unattended. Um, Part of it was also some of the people that was riding with us was learning how to ride bikes, so it was an opportunity for them to get some cruising experience, to use some muscle memory on. Hey, remember when you come to a stop, you have to put your feet
Your
down.
feet down. Yeah. That part. Like
I
that is the
had
most funnest part with
we
new
had this
riders, boy.
we had this God, what was her name? I can't remember her name. She was in the Navy with me. We had about two or three ladies that were riding. One was couple was learning, and I never forget, man. We came around. We was coming down Franklin Avenue, and we got to just in front of UNO. So it was turning, going past UNO, in front of UNO, and as you turn to that double intersection, you turn. You got to stop at the light before you can get out of the intersection. She came around at everybody. It was like a bunch of bikes just came around. All the theater that comes with the motorcycles coming around the corner and then stopping, sitting back. I'm sitting back on the tank, and I look at her. She pulled up. I'm like, okay. I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, man, she getting the hang of it. She pulled over there. She did this. She pulled up. Yeah. And she fell all the way to the ground. That's the interesting part. Fell all
Like
the
at
way to
what
the
time do you
ground.
say
Like
I need to put a leg down?
it didn't even register to put her leg down. She fell all the way to the ground. I was like, all right, well, here's your next drill. Getting your bike off the ground. Right. I think it was a 450. She had a small bike. So she was learning on this bike. The easier bike to pick up off the ground, but
Man.
I learned how to ride on a 250, a Honda 250, little cruiser. I had a lot of fun on that bike. It wasn't fast, it was the experience. It was scary as all get out at night, but it was the experience. Nobody saw the bike, man. You the whole time I'm doing this. They tell you brakes are your enemy. You do not brake on a bike. Gas. You
Yeah.
throttle away from people. Quite scary, man. Quite scary.
Yeah, man. That's that learning curve people don't know about.
Yeah. You rode bikes for a long time, didn't you?
Yeah. It's addictive, man. It's like a drug.
Yeah, it is. I think the for me, so the reality of bikes for me that I didn't need a bike is every bike I got on, I tried it. I didn't
Yeah.
know how fast it'd go. Everyone. I'm like, man, I
Make it
don't need
start
a bike.
jerking on you.
I don't need a bike, man. I don't need a bike.
I,
I
I,
think
I,
it's
ain't, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. What got me off the bikes when this dude in a damn Mustang ran me down. I was like, whoa, yeah, it's time to get off these things.
he say, show, man, how you got daylight in the background? It's at night.
Yeah.
Man, show in Europe. He in Europe, man. He doing a
uh,
show from Europe.
how terrible.
Nah, man. It is. It's very addicting. It's the thrill of the ride, man. People talk about the thrill of the ride. It's getting on that thing and just it's the freedom. That was my escape. Like my little brother passed away. All I want to do is just back roads. Let me just go on these back roads and cruise. and get away for a while. It was my escape. It allowed me to not feel, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Riding that bike took the pain away from me. It was therapeutic for me. It was an opportunity again to get out there and hit some curves and focus only on what's happening on that bike and not all the other noise that was bothering me after my little brother passed away. It was fun. I had a great time out there.
I get that.
It was an escape, man. It was a good escape too. But I knew that for me, I had to be on four wheels. I needed four wheels. I couldn't do two wheels. I was getting to a point where at one point I really started about doing it, getting it, and I had to think about my family. I'm like, man, one of my buddies, he had just gotten a bad accident, and then another guy that we rode with, he passed away uh, after an accident on the bike, and everybody's not going to experience it.
Right.
But somebody will, right? And nothing says that your name is never on that list, or you're completely immune from the capability of getting in an accident, and how bad it could be. Crazy part about motorcycles, it's not always a two-car accident. It might be a single bike accident that can take your life. It can be a ton of stuff that could come, right? Um, I just got it in my head. I'm like, man, I really need to conceit, and it was not an easy feeling. I felt like, damn, man, I can't believe I'm letting this go because I had so much fun riding. I didn't ride as long as you did. I had a stint when I rode in high school, and then a stint where I didn't ride, and then I came back to bikes. And probably when I was riding for another almost 2 years when I got back on bikes. And man, it was fun. I had a good time. So, you get into a 2 year mark. It's like you just getting your feet wet to really getting out there and doing. The cool part in the South is I'm able to ride almost year round. That's the only difference. Up here,
Yeah.
you don't have year round riding. I'm almost year round riding. All you do is put some layers on to handle that hawk, that cold
Yeah.
air that might be slapping you in your face or tearing up your hands when you ride or hitting them legs when you riding. But that's it. That's it. Other than that, I was good. 2 years of that, man, it felt like you don't let that go. It felt like you hold on to that. You do that. 2 years ain't nothing when you get into that space. It's like, man, I want to do this like for longer periods of time. And it's like the reality is like, man, I got my daughter, this is happening, this, that, and I said, man, maybe I just need to stick to four wheels and just be done with this. Stick to
Right.
four wheels, stick to four wheels. Buddy of mine came to my house. I had made my decision up. Another cat, he's in the Navy. He came over, bike scene. He came over CBR 1000, white CBR 1000. We out there talking in the driveway, running our mouth. He's like, man, I can't remember. He was about to transfer. I do remember that he was transferring to Florida, and we talking, we talking, we talking. He said, man. He said, man, he said, yeah, so you really, you ain't riding no more, man, you need to get you one of these, man. You need to get this bike. Like, nah, man, I'm good. He said, man, you need to just take it for a quick spin. I'm like, bro, I'm good. He like, I'm like, all right, let me just take it for a quick spin. I'm gonna tell you what got the turn off, my biggest turn off with that bike, and especially after being on a Hayabusa, I was able to at points with that Hayabusa, I would smoke the tires. The front tire wouldn't come off the ground. That heavy bike would just I can get that back tire to spinning, and I'm gone. That 1000 though. I went out my subdivision, turned right, went to the block, into the block with a stoplight, came back into the community, and just turning the throttle. The front tire wanted to come off the ground. I'm like, that's the problem.
Yeah, man.
That's the problem. I turned that bike around, went straight home, and I'm like, here you go. This thing the front tire want to be off the ground. I'm like, nah. Any bike that it wants to be on one wheel more often than on two, I don't need it. That's probably not a good bike for me.
It's a great
Hayabusa
bike.
was a good joint. That's a great bike. I never got into all that stuff. Not that part of it. And but in my Elgidon, shout out to El, he's still down there. He might still be riding bikes for all I know. Elgidon, man. Elgidon used to ride the crap out of bikes. I never forget being on the twin span heading from New Orleans East to Slidell and past Elgidon going the other way on one tire. He will wheelie that whole doggone bridge. 5 mile bridge. He'll wheelie the whole bridge. Like, bro, what you doing? he
Bro, with that light,
treated
son.
bro, he treated 600s like they were BMX bikes. Like he was that familiar with those bikes. He treated me like there was a BMX bike. There was nothing that he can do on that thing. Couldn't do on that bike.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved being on sport bikes. TD,
Really.
I don't know what's going on with you, man. You gotta. I mean, I get the Harley scene, but you gotta ride a sport bike. It's just something about a sport bike. Just
It's a different feeling, bro.
yeah,
That's what I spend most
it
of my
gets the
time on.
adrenaline running. The Harley, you be like, oh, you be sitting back, you hit the cruise control. You can then go to sleep on a Harley.
Yeah,
Put
speaking
your
of
foot
Harley,
up,
what up, New
just
York?
just be rolling. What's up, New York?
Speaking of Harleys, what's up, New York? Just saw a video of a bike with yeah, bro. They got
Yeah,
them. We saw that. We saw one of them. I saw one of them. We saw one of them together, didn't we? Show
yeah,
the LS Swap bike. I can't remember. Big boys,
yep.
fat boys or big boys. I think they call big boys or something like that. I've been done with Harleys.
I came in right on time.
Ah,
Like I ride Harleys. I like the street glides, but I ain't gonna lie to you though. It's something about a sport bike that gets your adrenaline running. Like every now and then, you just got to get on one.
I went through a phase where I thought I would probably get a bike again since I've been up here, and I was looking at the Yamaha, that kind of chopper looking bike the Yamaha has, like
Oh, you talking
Raider,
about
the Yamaha Raider.
okay?
Raiders. They had my attention. I was liking that bike. Like I was liking that bike a lot. I was really liking that Raider. I thought it was a cool bike. It had a real chopper style look. Had that big back tire. They had a kit to swap out that back tire to put a 300, 320 on the back. Man, you know how
Yeah,
wide that is and how nice that looked? In my opinion, I thought it looked amazing.
I like that Suzuki M109 Boulevard.
Very beautiful. I love the Boulevards. So
Yeah,
in my opinion, the Boulevard is just the Hayabusa cruised out. I
yeah,
love Boulevards. So I fell in love with Boulevard too. It was between the Boulevard and Yamaha. For me, the Raider. I love Boulevards, bro. I love that bike. I thought that bike was beautiful, honestly. It, in my opinion, and the real reason why I say the Boulevard was number one for me
yeah. Me too.
because
I,
it was a Hayabusa. It literally was a Hayabusa, belt driven Hayabusa. It was a belt driven Hayabusa. Man, I love Boulevards. And you could deck them out, make them look amazing, in my opinion. And they sound like a sport bike. My one of my brother-in-laws, ex-brother-in-laws, he's got the BMW.
hmm
That's the bike you ride everywhere. You can ride everywhere.
Yeah,
That's a cross-country beast. Who was it? I'm trying to remember who it was that rode. They took a bike from Alaska to Mexico, south of Mexico, whatever. That big long trail, and they were on a BMW. That BMW is something else, man. Sport bike I rode for 15 years was the M. Good bike, man. 109 R. Good bike, man. Very good bike. It is a different feel though. It's a quite different feel.
yeah,
Yeah, you being able to get out there on the road and do something. I think the Boulevard. I never rode the Boulevard. I always wanted to get on one and feel it. Did you ride the Boulevard?
Yeah.
Man, I never rode it. So, in comparison to a sport bike, was it smoother?
Um, to me,
Very
it's
comfortable.
more. To me, it was more of a. It was more like how can I say it? It was a cruise. It was a cruiser feel, but more like almost. But it felt how can I say? But it felt a little bit more like a. I'm gonna say a chopper, but I guess just cruiser. It you know it was like in betweener. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it makes sense. The How can I explain it? I never
'Cause it's
rode
like that
one.
back tire was so big, and the way the tank design was.
It made me think that it would ride similar to the Hayabusa because Hayabusa, although it was a sport bike, it was a sport cruiser.
Yeah, but
It wasn't like all the other bikes. That bike was still very comfortable because of the weight. It was very comfortable. It was a smooth ride. One of
like I
my
said,
favorite
this was
riding
it
bikes.
just didn't have all the same power as the Hayabusa, but it felt similar. But like I said, but it felt more cruiser than it did sport bike. I mean, no, like the more cruiser than the Booster did. It gave me more of a like a. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't Indian. It was another bike that they stopped making, and it was very similar to the feel of that one. What the name of that
So
bike?
wait, you had the M. That's the Boulevard, ain't it?
Yeah, the M109R Boulevard. Yeah,
Yeah. I was about to say, I'm like, wait, hold up, that is the Boulevard. But the Boulevard was a cruiser.
yeah. As I
It
said, it was
wasn't
a
a sport bike.
no, it was a cruiser, right? That's what I'm saying. I didn't own one. I rode one because I wanted to buy one when I was trying to get out the sport bike phase, but I didn't want to get a Harley because everybody had Harley, so I wanted something different.
See, that was me. And I thought that the Boulevard, in my opinion, gave me from the back of it, you would think it was if you didn't do anything to it. From the rear, you thought it was a Hayabusa, other than some of the fairing. Because the back of the seat, the way it was shaped, to me, it reminded me so much of Busa, man. And I love
And
that bike.
it gave me more of a chopper feel from the back look. I'm like, yeah,
It
but
does give you a chopper, still gave you a
you-
chopper feel.
right. And like I said, so I really liked it. And it wasn't like I had
Yes.
to have eight. I
Yes.
didn't have to have had ape hangers on it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes. This is the
So
phrase that made me fall in love with the Boulevard. To me, I thought it was a perfect cross between sport and cruiser
yes, and that's why I
because it
like.
reminded me so much of the Hayabusa. Hayabusa wasn't is a sport bike, but it wasn't one of those bikes that you ain't gonna get out there and do crazy stuff like you do on the 750 or the 1000 with a Hayabusa, right? It has more of a cruiser feel. The Boulevard was just one of those bikes, man.
It's just, I said,
Oh
it
my
was just
god.
different. And when it came out, I was like, yeah, like so I really wanted that bike. But that's when I was kind of getting out the bike scene. So the only thing that kept me, so if I'd have bought another bike, I would have bought the M109R. But my old man got one for his like retirement thingy, so I just started riding his Harley, and that
Mm,
kind of killed me from buying one.
mm,
You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
So
I like this Boulevard, man. There was one. I like the Raider too. The Raider gave me a feel because I think the Raider you were able to get the Raider in the 1300 as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think you're able to get the Raider in the 1300 cc as well. So it was a pretty decent sized bike as well. But I thought that the rake was better on the front of the. I like the rake on the Raider. I thought it was a better rake on the Raider, and then I, but I like the options that was for the Boulevard. I think the Boulevard gave you way better options. Like you can get things to modify that back fender and the back seat to make it just look completely different um, and feel completely different. It just gave you a cruiser, no chopper feel, kind of like what you were saying. Gave you that chopper feel. So it was like that cross between sport and cruiser. Not so much of a cruiser where you felt like you need to have bad, but that's like you can have it looking like a chopper.
yeah,
And it's man, I just like that bike, man. I really did like that bike.
so yeah,
I
like I
did a
said,
lot of dreaming. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of dreaming. A lot of dreaming, and it just nothing came to fruition. I guess I just couldn't pull myself to do it because I felt like I had to do too much convincing to my wife. It just wasn't fair.
like
And
even
nothing
now,
was.
like me and my wife go back and forth because she be thinking about getting like a the three wheeler. I'm like, you get three wheeler, I'm gonna give me a Boulevard. So we still go back and forth about to this day, but.
man, putting that big old tire on the back of that thing. Even some of them I've seen that had the fat tire on the front too.
Yeah.
I just, I, that thing looked like it's a tank, like it can run through stuff. I like that. My old Boulevard looked like a chopper. It's a beast. Man, I love those bikes, man. I really do love those bikes. And I've seen so many of them. What I really like are the ones when the paint scheme just kill it. Like I've seen an all white one of them things, just nasty. Just beautiful, beautiful bike, man. The way that the headlights sit on the front of it. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey man, you ever get one of these, bro? I'm just saying. Look, I ain't got to ride it. Let me just go and sit on it. This thing, man. I like Bullovers, man. I love them. I think they're just beautiful bikes, man.
Like I
Beautiful,
said,
beautiful bikes.
it still gets to me to this day. But yep.
The Boulevard was more bang for the buck. Yeah, because the Raider was way cheaper, less expensive. I thought the Raider, again, I had two bikes that I looked at. It was the Boulevard and the Raider. Um, I like the Boulevard more. I like the Raider, but I like the Boulevard more. I really did. I like that Boulevard. That thing was something else. Especially, man, you got to think coming from, like I spent a lot of time on the Hayabusa. To me, it just felt like a very easy transition. Although it was some time in between the two, but I did spend a lot of time on that Busa. 2 years on a Busa, man. I ain't never had a problem with that Busa. I laid that dog on what you call him down though. That little Honda that I was riding, come around the corner, come around turning off a back road to go cross this bridge, um, and there was gravel on the ground. That bike came from under me, and I was running after it. I didn't fall. I didn't hit the ground. The bike just came from under me. I was right chasing after the bike. That was that little 250, that little Honda 250. Lord, man, now you got me thinking about this crazy bike again.
Who you tell? I'm sitting there looking at them now.
Me too.
I need to.
Man, I had a limited black and orange. Oh my god, I'm literally looking at a black and orange bike right now. Like I could pull it, show my screen, show you this black and orange Boulevard that I'm looking at. Intruder.
Hmm. And it's so funny because I literally was, like I said, I was thinking about doing this like 2012, 2013, and had that big light on the back too.
Yeah.
I like that white.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god. There was another one that I was looking at. The what was I just looking at? They had the one that's the 1800,
Yeah.
the one 1800R. It's got that big tire on the front. I don't know if this is a full custom bike or what. This sucker's nasty. That big old tire on the front. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Boy, this thing is something else. I'm just curious. So what I've learned about those big tires is that you got to fight them suckers the corner. They want to
Mm-hmm.
stay upright, right?
Yep.
And when you fighting a bike, so if you fighting a bike with a big rear tire, imagine what you're gonna do if you got a big tire on the front as well. To me, that just seemed like it's gonna be a challenge. But look at this thing. Oh my god. Look at this thing. It looked like it want to fight somebody. Like, look
Yeah.
at this thing. You can't tell me this don't look like something you want to get on and just rip and run.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. So
Oh, you saw this BMW ad just popping up. You can tell what I be doing on my own time. Bro, look at this thing, man. Oh my god. I'm just saying, bro. It's God, I'm gonna be dreaming. And when you get your bike, I live vicariously through you. I know I
Man,
can't get no bike, man. I'm just beyond that. I can't even fathom if I get on there and something happened. And we got these fast cars. Things can happen with the cars too. The reality is, a bike is just way more exposed.
yeah, that is that part. Like it's more exposed. I don't even think at this point I don't think I act that. I wouldn't act like that on a cruiser. So like on a boulevard, I wouldn't be acting like that. But on a sport bike, you can get it.
I would hope so. I mean, in my mindset, I would tell myself the same thing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was something the same.
I don't know if I'm gonna believe myself though. That's the problem. I've tried every bike that I've rode, every one, every last one, from street bikes to sport bikes. I've tried every one, and I think I might have to just go on stick with cars, man. Just not.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm drifting down that road now.
All right, listen, bro, and I won't be a deterrent. I ain't mad at you, bro. I know me. I know me. And what gets me with these bikes, they are such a realistic purchase. I just know
Realistic.
me, man. Let me see what them Raiders looking like. Cause I used to love Raiders too, bro.
Yeah,
Yamaha
I was
Raiders.
looking for a second. Yeah, still look nice.
Yamaha Raiders used to be just like I liked them over the V Max. I like the Raiders, man. I thought the Raiders were just really nice bikes. Oh, they 1900s now? What?
Yep, that's what I was looking at. Yamaha Raiders. Yep,
They 1900s now.
I saw that.
For real? And you know they lighter than the Boulevards. So this thing gets up and screams. Uh I'm gonna tell you what I liked about Raiders. What caught my attention with Raiders, you could take a Raider and with a few miles make it look like a custom bike.
hmm
Like the front tire or the front wheel already had a rake. It already had a really nice pronounced rake. So every time I saw those bikes, they always looked like they were already a chopper.
Yeah.
And people did even more to them to get a little bit more rake, or they just put that big tire on the back, put a bigger tire on the back. I've seen guys take the Raider and put the real big tire on the front. You know, they put like a good lord, man, how big are those things? Like a 30-inch wheel on the front.
hmm
I've seen them do that to these things.
Me too.
Let me see if I can find a good picture. Like all of them, I think all of them are good pictures. If you just to see the rake, man. Let me see. Just to see the rake.
Like I saw one not too long ago with one.
I
Just
saw
man.
I see this bike on the street and be like, man, look at this thing. I still like them, man. It again, this is, in my opinion, this is one of the fastest ways of building a custom looking chopper that,
hmm
it don't take much to get to this point. Like at hardly anything to get to this point. And keep it simple. All you got to do is get the right color scheme, hit exhaust, and put a big tire on the back.
Yep.
Would you and they got so many kits to get rid of this big fender too. Like you can literally the fender can stop at the back of the seat, the single seat. Like literally. I'm trying to see if they got any in here like that. But I've seen those. I've checked those out. This is the star bike. Look at this thing, man. That screen, that windshield gotta go.
Mhm.
uh, uh, all you need to do is put that big tire on there, man, and get rid of that fender. Man,
Mhm.
my oh you in business. bro. Yeah, I think that. I think that. Let me ask you this, and you probably spend more time looking at the Boulevard than you have the Raider, right?
Hmm.
Would you consider a Raider over a Boulevard?
I would say this. I saw the same thing that you saw. Like to me, the Raider was like a quick way to get a chopper feel, but I never really had a desire to have that chopper feel.
Copperfield. There you
You
go.
know what I'm trying to say?
Yep. No, that makes
So
sense.
that's what made me kind of like I said. It's like New York said. It's that in between that cruiser and that sport bike. That's why I liked the Boulevard. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep. No, I'm right there with you. And I think for me, God, was it the when remember when choppers the chopper all the chopper build all the builds and all the um what's the word I'm looking for, the reality TV shows are building all the
Yeah,
choppers and contests and giving away all this. That was big then, and I think part of it for me was, man, it would be cool to have something like that, right?
yeah,
Um, Ultimately, I think having that mid ground in between the chopper and the sport bike, in my opinion, I think that's like the best of both worlds. Not only that, but I believe the weight of
yeah,
the Boulevard versus the weight of the Yamaha will make the difference in the ride. I think that you could get on that that Boulevard, and cruise across the country and be way better than you would be on that Yamaha. I think that Yamaha, you have more fatigue on that Yamaha than you would on the Suzuki because of the weight of it.
I agree with you, New York. The chopper phase did die hard, and yeah,
Did
the
it?
same thing this. Well, it just it,
Did it?
I you
It
can
got
ride across the
hard,
country on that.
bro.
Book. I just feel like
Hey, did I tell you about my booster story? Coming back from Biloxi, heading towards the city on I-10, and it was a group of us, and the guy took off. I'm like kind of backing off. We had the highway, and I was in the fast lane, 2-lane highway, coming back to New Orleans, and so I wanted to try the bike. As usual, I'm gonna try the bike. So I'm looking around. I got the highway. Everybody's gone. They got small. I'm like, I'm gonna catch them. So I got started digging into that bike. When I passed 150 something miles an hour. I was afraid to look down because everything was passing me too quickly now. Now I got a solid line on this side. The dotted line, it turned solid. And as I'm still digging into the throttle, the lines are pinching in. I'm like, oh, this felt weird. I came off the I came off the gas, not thinking. I'm thinking, I need to stop this. And I set up, boy, that thing almost, that wind almost pulled me off the bike. I said, let me get back on this tank. I tried them, man. I have no idea how fast I went on that booster, but boy, I was moving. I tell you, I was going fast enough. If a rabbit came across the road, I was done.
he said a rabbit.
I was done.
That's a really random target to hit and lose your life.
Listen, man, you coming in the back of I-10 through Mississippi, anything can run across the road. Rabbit, beaver, duck, who knows?
I'm just saying, it's like I could understand you said if a deer popped out, maybe even a
Hey, look at this. Let's ride,
raccoon.
man. I'll follow you in the vet. I'm good.
I'm
I'm not gonna
telling you,
do it.
man, get the bikes, well, we can do this.
I'll have to get a 3-wheeler.
Whatever floats your boat.
You say just be out there doing this and keeping up. This was say I gotta be able to do this.
Yep. Flick of the wrist.
Flick of the
Flick
wrist.
of the wrist.
And I thought about those. Don't get me wrong. God, boy,
I'm telling you, man.
to get a Boulevard, though.
The boulevard to be calling me like, sometimes like I hear you, but no.
Man, I'll be like, I hear
I
you.
ain't got nobody to ride with.
Yeah, that's part of it too. Cause it's not I spend most of my time riding by myself. So I can't say that's a deter for me. But it'd be nice to be able to ride with folk. You know what I mean? To me,
Yeah,
that's always fun.
that's what makes
Again,
it fun.
it was therapy for me in the beginning. When I first started riding was therapy. Look at this thing right here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I looked at that one.
This thing is beautiful. Here's the thing. This thing, tell me how
With the right
timeless,
running. Come
tell
touch
me
it.
how timeless it looks.
Yeah.
This is a '07.
And that's what I'm saying. And I still like the 13s, the 12s and 13s. So this they don't
They look amazing, bro.
like I was looking at some
Oh,
of the good ones,
you
but
play too
the
much.
12 and 13 still look nice.
They do. They do. My goodness, man. New York said, man, come get that bike. Let's go. Let's ride.
I'm telling you. I'll start sending you voicemails. Get the bike.
I lay it on that peer pressure. I'm not messing with you, man. I'm blocking your butt. Like, did you listen to my message? Nope.
random
I know what you were saying.
random thoughts.
Get
Get the bike.
get the bike.
The boulevard is missing you. Like, what is he talking about?
It's
Like
missing
your wife,
you.
like, what is he talking about? Like, the boulevard is missing you.
I know, right? Oh man, I'm falling behind. Bike's a nice ride. Not only that, man, they still oh, God, I'm not trying to convince myself. But
Yeah,
here's the
you don't
other
have to.
thing.
We'll do that for you.
I know. Here's the other thing, right? They still have a presence at shows.
Yeah.
You see, now
A
my heart is
decent
pumping. How can I
president.
ride this sport bike at times? Woo. I'm late now. This conversation gets started.
I know, right?
That M109 reminds me of a Harley V ride. It kind of does. What I like about
The
it, bro,
our boss.
it's like a linebacker, bro. If you look at them,
Yeah.
they just look beefy, right?
Yep.
That's the part that I fell in love with that bike. They look beefy, man. They look like they ready to fight all the time. They just look hard, man. Um, and the Raider doesn't look like that to me. It does. It's a chopper. It reminds me of a chopper. This thing looked like it's ready to fight somebody. I love it.
Yep. Uh, It's ready to do its thing. All you need to do is hop on.
Chopper phase. I'm still playing catch up here.
So that's what happened when you get caught in a real conversation. You got to catch up.
You got to say catch up.
Because you knew.
Right. Yeah. The small block. Let me see the hold on. Small rock back in the day. No windshield. The lid is stuck while I was riding. I ain't even man. And you know the Gixxer 1000 was when I it was a compromise for me when I started looking at bikes. It was a compromise for me from the Hayabusa. And until I rode it, I was like, nope. That thing wants to,
Yeah, man.
it wants to have that front tire off the ground, man.
I used to like that in the ZX10R. Them two, the Jigs and that ZX10R.
Uh, bro, you straight pipe that exhaust, it sound like a Ferrari. That thing sound like a Ferrari. That doggone Kawasaki is crazy, bro.
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Listen, I'm not saying it's completely off the table.
We done got it to the table. It's like a salt shaker right now. It's on there. Just gotta
But
get
it's
them to
gonna
use
be
it.
3 wheels.
Yeah,
If
you
I
gotta get them
did
to
go
use it.
that
Just gotta get them to use it.
route.
Uh,
Oh man, bro, it's bro. I had Boulevard off my brain. It is back on my brain. I
Dude, I'm
literally,
telling you, it's a beautiful bike.
it really is, and I think that's a part that caught my attention with this from the beginning. It was that look, man. It was the look, man.
It was the same thing for me. I saw that look. I'm like, oh man, this is the cruiser I want.
Mm. They
right.
look hard too, bro. They
Just,
just
just,
look hard.
just sleep on it.
Just sleep on it. Have to hibernate on it. Good lord.
Just think on it. Just sleep on it. You'll figure it out in a while.
Uh, and I haven't seen one yet. The one I think that caught my attention the most, it was the white with the blue stripe across it. You remember that one?
Yep.
I love that bike. I thought that bike looked, it was just nasty to me.
I think that's like a 12 or 13, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably. I think it was. I think it was. I haven't seen one yet. And I've been kind of scrolling through here. But that was the one that really caught my attention. It was that white with that the white bike with
Well,
that blue
it
stripe.
might have been an '08. But yeah,
You
because I
want
remember I like the white one. That's what caught me was the white one.
the white one?
Yep, the white one, almost the same one you talking about, but it had like a smoke gray stripe. Yeah, I think 13. I see the white with the blue stripe.
I remember this. I remember the white with the gray stripe too. The gray down the middle. I
That was the
remember
one
that
that got
bike.
me.
I remember that bike. FEF Fairground Part 2. Okay. Well, I saw the big wheel bikes. Yeah. Man, I had a Ninja. Oh, ZX1 1100. Chickster. Boy, you had some bikes. 1012 and 14 and a Hayabusa. Golly. I love them all. With the street
Yeah,
bike, all
I was
the
about to
home.
get I was about to get that little bug ZX14R. Then I just drifted to a vet, and that was the end of it.
A buddy of mine, he had the ZX14.
Yeah,
That thing, my God. Again, that's the one I heard when he straight pipe exhaust. He had custom exhaust on that. Sound like a Ferrari. Sound like a Ferrari. That thing sound amazing, man. Sound absolutely amazing.
like sometimes I still think about trying to get one of them.
Really.
Yeah, but I'm like I need to strip back to a cruiser.
That Ninja boy be looking like a bumblebee boy out there.
I just wanted like it was the bike I was finna buy and own, and then I didn't do it. So I just feel like it was the one I let get away.
That was Steve Dunning. Steve Dunning. That was my guy that had the Ninja. He's the guy that when I came, he was in the Navy. I replaced him on a gig at the Intel Command.
Mm.
Steve had that thing, bro. Oh my God, that bike was something else, man. It was beautiful. It sounded amazing. Beautiful bike, all custom, like show ready. He had a lot of work done to that bike, man. He had a lot of work done to that bike. Remember, so I was always flipping bikes and cars during that time as well. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, you were busy with that, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I was finna
true.
get that black and orange one too, boy. I don't even understand. Was it like a 12 or 14, something like that?
Man, these things just be looking so good. looking. My nerves gonna be bad looking at these doggone things, bro. It just looks so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh, he had a black and orange one that was a 2011. Bruh. New York, you play too much. That dude
Tell me,
had bikes. That Hayabusa had my heart. Again, this to me was that perfect transition to a cruiser from the Hayabusa. I thought this was the perfect transition from the Hayabusa to a cruiser was the Boulevard. To me, they had very similar features. They looked so much alike. They were still beefy, these beefy bikes. One was a cruiser, one wasn't.
mm-hmm.
Look at this thing. Man, let me pull this up. This thing looks so good to me, man. God. Wait, what'd he say? Headed before I traded with Harley Street Glide. Really? Ugh. This thing right here? Bro, look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing.
No risk, no fun.
I know, huh? Look at this thing. Satin black with the chrome, dog. Come on, man. They did this bike so
Yep.
well.
I'm a fan.
Bruh, look at look at this. Look at this. Yes, big tire on the back, at least minimum 300. Uh, let's see what tire he got on here. Specs dimensions. Man, that's a 270. I mean, a 240.
Hmm.
Yeah. Clearly, I'm out of the loop on what these things look like. That's a 240.
He said, "Clearly, I'm out the loop. I done lost my eye.
Bro,
Can't see it."
I can't see it no more. I can't see it no more. Bro, that's a 240. You see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's a minimum of 12 inches across. That's a 240. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't have my touch no more, brother. That thing looks amazing. It's belt driven, right? Yep, it's a belt driven bike.
Yep. Man, let me get
You
up out
say
of
no,
here.
it's direct driven. This is direct.
It is.
I thought it was. Oh, this is the axle. It's not a chain though. I thought this was. I said belt in the beginning? I thought this was belt. Maybe it's the Raider that's the belt. It is. It's direct. It is direct. That's right. That's right. So you get instant feel of that thing. A little bit more jerky, but you get instant feel. Put a 260 factory. Oh my God. You about to jump off, bro?
Yeah. I gotta get off here.
What time is it? I need to get some food before it gets too late, too. So I'm probably gonna
Same
be
here.
right here with you.
10:08.
Guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Let me tell you, New York, man, Raider is belt. Okay, I know one of them was belt driven. I knew one of them was belt. I forgot that this other one, I forgot that the Boulevard was direct drive. I did remember that. I just forgot. I do remember that.
On the
But I
back
knew one
seat.
of them was belt driven. I knew one of them was belt. 300.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. 300 times. I think what everybody was trying to get.
That's that big tire. But that thing is hard to lean, man.
Yeah.
That tire wants to stay upright. It's hard to lean that bike. You got to really lean into that bike to get that thing to come down. Man, listen, guys. Man, I appreciate you guys coming hanging out again. Definitely got to jump off this thing so I could get some chow before it gets too late. Got a long, busy day tomorrow, so I don't want to be up too late. Man, wow. How do we get here? How do we get here?
So he leaned
Yeah,
at
learn
300.
with the 300 tire with ease. I bet. I know it's not. It's when you come from a narrow tire, it does feel different in the beginning. I'm sure it takes nothing to get to a point to learn that bike and understand it. And I ain't spent a lot of time on a wide tire, so I'm not going to be the one to know it that well. But I know that it felt different. I know it felt like it wanted to stay erect. It wanted to stay straight up and down, like it got a gyro on it. But man, thank you guys for hanging out, man. I appreciate you guys. We definitely gonna have to continue this conversation next week. Dang, I don't know if I should be talking about these bikes next week. I
Right.
try
You
not to
know.
make this a habit. I am not succumbing to peer pressure.
The
Show in
pressure
New
ain't.
York. I ain't
The
messing with
pressure
y'all.
ain't. It ain't peering no pressure over here, man. You just realizing what's deep inside of you
Here we
already.
go. Here we go.
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying.
messing with you.
All I said was M109. You start looking, and then it brought back like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome
All
back.
the memories, like you say,
All
flooded.
the memories. And you was like, man, I can do this, and then no, it's not even expensive to have like a car. It's a lot cheaper.
Look at New York. He said, "Don't talk about it. Let's go get one and ride out."
Just this that cheap habit right here.
It is inexpensive. It is an inexpensive habit, man. They don't cost that much to do. You can not hold up. Let me back up. You can
You,
get
you,
expensive phone
yes,
bikes. You
yeah,
don't
especially
have
stuff
to,
like
but you
Harley,
can.
but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Harley's got too many accessories. You got to buy shirts from every state you go in.
Oh my God. I
You got
know, huh?
The Dallas Harley, the
Yeah, they
Memphis Harley.
yeah, it's a yeah, like a freaking cult. It's cultish. You got to go. Every Harley guys gets Harley stuff from all the different Harley
Hey
locations.
man, don't say the Harley guys be listening. Talking
I
about
know.
cultish.
Shh, shh.
Shh.
My bad. I be tripping. But look, man, we're gonna. I ain't
They
messing with
almost
you right now, New York. We're gonna put it together.
they worse than the
I'm in
Corvette
the
community.
process of putting something together, New York, that you are going to appreciate. I need about another month and a half, though. You're gonna love it. Listen, guys, thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. Um, Great conversation. God dog show. Uh got me thinking about these doggone things again. I shouldn't be even thinking about them. Probably gonna be doing some more research later on while I'm eating. You ever get a poker chip or something from every dealership? See? Nah, that's them Harley guys, man. But y'all know how we do, man. Like these bikes, man. We don't do the normal around here because this thing ain't normal. Why is that, man? Because we were designed from greatness. And guys, because you're designed for greatness, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never, ever, ever be average. So, guys, don't be average. Yeah, shout out to all our veterans, man. Active duty, reserve, separated, retired, transition, man. Always remember, bro, freedom ain't free. So
Yep.
we'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.
Peace.